the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back up in this BIH, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. True Media Today USA Boxing. We back up in here, man. We back up in here. It is what it is. Another day talking this boxing shit. You know how we do it. We love boxing over here, man. So, you know what I mean? You know, we ain't into the other stuff, but when it comes to that boxing, that's what it's about over here, man. You know, that's what we like to talk. We like to see the fights. You know what I mean? We on the side of boxing on this show. You know what I mean? So that's what we at with it. Man, salute to everybody. Salute to all of the new subscribers. We have been gaining a lot of subscribers as of late. I want to say shout out to Gervonta Davis. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. You guys have really gave people something to really look excited about. I gotta let this window down. It's too much. It's too bright right there. It's too bright right there. Hold on for a minute, guys. Let me close this. Let me close it. Nah, sorry about that. Hold on for a minute, guys. Hold on. I had to close the window. I had to close the blinds. I got to have the blinds right next to me. My desk is right next to my window. Shout out to Jagger Hernandez for that super chat. Shout out to Jagger Hernandez. Shout out to Jagger Hernandez for the super chat. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super
Too
chat
bright.
Received.
Too bright.
Playtime's over, boy.
Had to turn that light down. Had to turn the window down. I had to turn it down. I probably should open the blinds up a little bit more. It look like it's kind of dark. I don't know. I have lights around me. I have lights right here, guys. I have a ring. As a matter of fact, now let me turn this ring light up a little bit more. All right, I think that's what I do. We'll just turn the ring light on a little bit more. Shout out to Jagger Hernandez. She say, Coach, yeah, salute. Shout out to Jagger Hernandez for dropping that quarter of a dub. She say, Coach, yes. Shout out to Jackie. Salute.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
It is what it is, man. People pimping, sharp as razor blades. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button, man. Listen, anybody from the UK want to call the show, look at the number on the bottom of the screen. It's going to be strolling at the bottom. Because I saw the replay. I saw a guy trying to figure out how he can make a call, and I have an international call for UK, right? So once I drop the number, just look at the bottom of the screen where it says like, share, and subscribe. You'll see the number right there. It was right there in your face. Had you looked, you would have saw it. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. We're going to go over these commandments later on in the week as well. Shout out to Solo Dolo, Knockdown 305, Green Eyes P, Kelly Boxing, Jamie Rivera, L. Harvey. Who else we got in the building, man? JD Fagan. We already got Jackie Hernandez. Mailman Mac. What's going on, baby boy? Shout out to Jay Pons. Shout out to 626 Jacob. Jason O's. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Unbiased Fan with the link read. You know, it was kind of chunky up here yesterday, boy. Not thick, chunky. That's how we say it in Florida. Boy, it was chunky up here, boy. Them sacks was chunky, boy. He got them chunky sacks. You get what I'm saying? That's what he's about. That's buy weaves to get them dub sacks. Say, boy, he got some fat sacks over there, boy. Them sacks chunky over there, boy. Now that's our Florida lingo. You know, we country down here, so you know, we some more country niggas in Florida. Shout out to Marlon Warren. What's going on, Boxing Nerd? Jesus, Solo Dolo. It is what it is. Let's get into the show. I got some good news. Schoolo X-Man, what's going on, bro? Shout out to Chino. I have some good news. Blaze One, what's going on, fam? I have some good news. I just saw an interview from my dog, Booger Ray. You guys know how I feel about Booger Ray. Shout out to Justin Watson. What's going on, fam? You guys know how I am about my dog, Booger Ray. I have a love-hate relationship with Booger Ray. Depending on how I feel. Sometimes I feel like talking good about him. Sometimes I feel like talking bad about him. It just, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing personal. And I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. As Floyd Mayweather would say. Shout out to H Entertainment. He said, "Did you want that chunky sack, coach?" No, I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I kicked my habit. I kicked my weed habit. I think last Friday was really very tough on me. After last Friday, I've been good. I'm back. I feel reinvigorated and re-energized. You know what I mean? Because I was smoking for like 16 months straight. So just for me to go cold turkey and kick it, it was like, okay, cool. It is what it is. So I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good. Listen, I still have it right here. My homeboy said he gonna come by and get the rest of it this weekend. I still have it right here. He ain't came by and got it yet. It's still here. Have some joints in there as well. Still here, but I don't even like the smell of it now. I just smelled it. I don't even like the smell of it now. So I got to get it up out of here, man. I got to get it up out of here. So if he don't come by and get it this weekend, because I'm not bringing it to him. I said, look, you either come by and get it, or I'm gonna flush it down the toilet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Or I may go outside and throw it in the grass and just, you know what I mean? Rub it in my backyard. I got a nice big backyard with a white picket fence. So I may just throw it out in the grass and just, you know what I mean? Blend it in the grass and do it like that. Send it back to the earth. Shout out to Justin. Yeah, I got a half ounce right there. That shit going. I ain't touching it. Hey, fast car Eddie he said, I'll come get it, coach. Age Entertainment say no.
True.
Hey, man, it is what it is, y'all. Well, y'all tripping, boy. Y'all having flashback. No, anything. Hey, look here, baby, I'm gonna leave you, baby. And so you got a nice fine tenderoni at the house. He said, Coach, are you Muslim? Well, you know, Muslim mean one who submits his will to do the will of God. I'm no, and to be honest with you, I'm not a practicing Muslim. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. I'm not into religion. You know what I mean? I'm not into religion at all. So it is what it is. So I won't consider myself a Muslim, even though Muslim, that is a good name. One who submits his will to do the will of God. But, you know, I'm not a practicing Muslim. I'm not in the, I'm not in the mosque, masjid or anything like that. It is what it is. But me, I'm not in the church. I'm not a Christian. Me, I just over the years, I came up in the church, then came up in the mosque, and then over the years, I just learned how to take good. I studied with the Sunnis, the Sunnis. I studied with the Sufis, the people who practice Sufism. So I just took for some of everywhere. Pretty much all of the religious principles, for the most part, the foundation, they're pretty much the same. All of the books pretty much talk about the same thing. For the most part, whether it's the Torah, whether it's the Injil, whether it's the New Testament, whether it's the Quran, all that stuff there. I'm not into religion. Religion is man-made. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm my philosophy is, God ain't got nothing to do with religion. Man came up with religion, so I'm through with all of that. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? So but I rock with the brothers. I got a lot of brothers I rock with from the nation, the Sufis, the Sunnis. Just a lot of brothers, man. People in the church. I got a lot of Masonic brothers I rock with that we kick it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. Hebrew Israelites. All those brothers. I'm friends with some of everybody. I got family that's involved in some of everything. But me, I'm not a practicing religious person at all. Just letting you know. So it is what it is. My religious days are over with. I don't want to have anything to do with religion at all. None of them. But I'm affiliated. I'm affiliated with everybody. I'm affiliated, but I'm not in any of that. You know what I mean? Just being honest with you. I've been there, done that, fam. I'm almost 50 years old. I've been there, done that. Anyway, let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. I got some good news. Got some good news, boy. Shout out to my dog Booger Ray. Now, Booger Ray, I ain't not gonna lie to you. Today is Booger Ray Day. I'm gonna say some good things about my dog Booger Ray, and I like what he did. Gervonta Tank Davis's shocking decision. What will he do next? Davis, as you guys know, Davis versus Ryan Garcia, they had the epic battle. They fought. Some people say it really wasn't the best fight in the world. Tank pretty much had control of it after the first round. And I would say that. I would say that he did. Both guys made 8 figures. I think Tank made a little bit more than Ryan. I think they're gonna get paid the rest of their money on the back end of the pay-per-view and stuff like that. But both guys put on for the city. They did the best that they can do. We know who won. What I wanted to talk about yesterday was what I did love about the fight, the post-fight interview. What made me really, and people got caught up in who the face of boxing is. Well, Tank ain't the face, Canelo is this and that, yada 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 yada. But it kind of took away from what I really wanted to talk about in the fight. The post-fight press conference. I'm talking about in the ring. Tank Davis was so humble. His humility, after he won the fight, this was the biggest fight of his career. And when Jim Gray interviewed him, he was so soft-spoken. He didn't brag about, yeah, I told you I'm gonna knock his ass out. Ryan Garcia. He didn't say none of that. He just said, yeah, man, he's a good fighter, man. And he said, what you gonna do next? He said, man, well, I'm gonna put my head down and I'm gonna keep working, man, and go ahead on. I'm not gonna lie. And I ain't on no soft stuff, you know me. But I was really touched and surprised by that. He was so the art of humility that Tank Davis showed after he pretty much, made Ryan Garcia quit. That's what I'm saying. So I don't give a damn nobody say. The art of humility. He said it like, hey man, I've been there, done that. I was expecting to do this. This ain't no biggie to me. You know what I mean? So the art of humility, because I ain't gonna lie, boy, because if it was me, hey, if it was me, oh Lord have mercy. Nigga, I told you, dog, I told you. He ain't had no business in the ring with me. I was throwing bolos. I caught him. I don't even know why he was in here. I told him, I say, dog, you sure you wanted to sign that contract? You called me out. You was calling me out. I was minding my own business, dog. I was minding my own business, dog. He called blowing my phone up every day. He got in contact with my baby mama. They called Al. They called Floyd. They called Leonard. You know what I mean? Called Calvin. He was sweating me. You know what I mean? I told him, man, he ain't want none of that there. He said, no, he wanted all the smoke. So I had to show him his levels to this. Like, if it was me, you know what I mean? Because I'm not the most humble person in the world. I talk a whole lot of shit. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna say a lot to you. I'm not. Now I do have a tinge of humility in me. Just only a tinge. But that's probably what I would have. But no, you know what? I take that back. It depends if it was real animosity. If it was real animosity, yes. If it was real animosity, yes. I would have snapped. You know what I mean? I would have pulled the James Lights Out Tony. Like when Tank had the towel on his head. And Jim Gray grabbed the towel and said, take that down, please. You know what I mean? Like, I would have knocked the microphone out of Jim Gray's hand. Y'all remember when Jay Soda did that? Jay Soda did that to Jim Gray. Hey, Jay Lights Out Tony, he didn't have no class.
True.
But that my dog, James Soda didn't have no class. James Soda knocked the microphone out of Jim Gray's hand. Jim Gray was talking slick. Talking that flim-flam, popping that weak. And the dog James Tony saying, yo, man, what's up? He said what he had to say and knocked the microphone out of Jim Gray's hand and walked out the ring. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. They did not like James Lights Out Tony, boy. Ooh, Lord have mercy, boy. Ace, but they did not like him, boy, at all, boy. I love Lights Out. Lights out, baby. Lights out. I love Lights Out Tony, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. That's my nigga there, boy. I fuck with Lights Out Tony. Now, was he the classiest and the guy in post-fight interviews? No, he wasn't. I didn't care nothing about that. He from Detroit. Detroit versus everybody. Detroit versus everybody, baby. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But I really, really like the humility. Now, a lot of people have questions. What's going to be next for Tank Davis? We know what Ryan Garcia going to do. Ryan Garcia, you can go back to TikTok. You can go back to, you know what I mean? You made a lot of money. Go back to TikTok, get back on the gram. Do you some dances, do some old TikTok dances, you know what I mean? Do the Harlem Shake. You can do the body punch challenge like you always do. You can do how fast your hands is. You can do the how fast your hands is challenge. The only problem with that is all of those challenges, it look good on the gram, but that shit ain't gonna work in the ring when you fighting a top tier fighter. So now, in order for Ryan Garcia, he said he wants to move up to 140 and fight the top guys up there. I have a prediction. And Keena, I said this before, and I had to back up off of him because you guys let me know that I was a little too rough on Ryan Garcia. So I did back up for the sake of Keena and all that stuff there. But I think you guys know that. That the guy is not. He's not that good. Ryan Garcia is not that good. You know what I mean? He's a B plus. He's a B level fighter. He's not an A level fighter. A-level fighters have really good footwork. They have really good defense. A-level fighters have dog in them. He doesn't have that dog in him. In order to be an A-level fighter, you have to have dog in you. You have to have, and the A-level fighters have better skills. A-level fighters have top-notch skills. You got to have top-notch skills And you gotta have, gotta know how to fight many different styles to be an A-level fighter. Julio Cesar Chavez was an A-level fighter. Pernell Whitaker, A-level fighter. Marvin Hagler, A-level fighter. Of course, Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. Well, forget all those guys. In today's time, Shakur Stevenson is considered an A-level fighter. Tank Davis is an A-level fighter. Devin Haney is an A-level fighter. Vasily Lomachenko is an A-level fighter. Alexander Usyk is an A-level fighter. Tyson Fury is an A-level fighter. Terrence Crawford is an A-level fighter. You get what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez, A-level fighter. Regis Prograis, A-level fighter. Shit. And there's some more. Chocolatito, a New Way to Monster, A-level fighter. Ryan Garcia is not any of those guys. He's not any of those guys. You get what I'm saying? So just being honest with you. And now he can become an A-level fighter, but he got to get off TikTok and he gotta stop being lazy and he got to have the mentality of a killer. And he's just a kid right now, so he doesn't have that yet. When I say kid, I'm not necessarily talking about his age. I'm talking about his mentality. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Shout out to Food Rebels out there. I forgot. I had you up there, sis. I had you up there. I forgot what you were saying. What did you say? Food Rebels say, she said, I can't lie. I've been watching Gervonta all year, and I love how shy and soft-spoken he comes across. Yeah. When he becomes, it's amazing because, when you're talking to Tate, he's so shy. Like you say, he's so shy and soft-spoken. You wouldn't think that he was a killer. You wouldn't think that he was a killer, right? When you're talking to him, and you can tell, he has a humility. He has a very, very, he has a humility side of him. You get what I'm saying? After the interviews and stuff. Now, some would say, hey, man, he getting in trouble, this and that, yada, 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 blah, this quasi, hit women, this and that. We don't like them and all that stuff there. If you don't like Tank, that's fine. Whatever your hangups is, that's your hangups. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? But, I'm the type of guy, I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. But I do like that side of him. I really do like that side of him. Because I would have been talking shit. I ain't gonna lie, I would have been talking shit. But I ain't gonna say it lie to you. But, ooh, Lord, have mercy, boy. I don't know if I would have took the high road on that right there. You know what I mean? I probably would have sold them out and everything. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, so Booger Ray Leonard did an interview. As a matter of fact, let me let you guys hear it. Let me stop talking. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Almost forgot. Before we get into the show, hold on, guys. Do it like this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Father Al Heyman. You know what I mean? The Holy Father, the Father, the Spirit, you know what I mean? The Son, the Father, the Son, the Father. What is it? The Son, what it is? No, the Spirit, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Spirit, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Trinity. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Oh, Holy Father. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. Before we get into the show, and I'm gonna try to get my dog Six Figure Johnny back on the show. Before we try to get into the show, I need to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
You guys know I got a PBC contract. I do have that PBC contract. I had a PBC contract right here. And according to the contract that I signed with Al Heyman, you know what I mean? I have to thank him every day when I start this show before I even get into it. So I do apologize. Al, please do not dock my pay. Al, please do not dock my pay. I do apologize. And for the ops, anybody who didn't hit the like button, we got almost 400 people in here and less than 200 likes. I want to drop the phone lines so we can open it up. You know what I mean? Anybody who feeling some type of way about the old boy, Coach Malachi Williams, guess what? This is what I think about you.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, you know, I just gotta throw that out there. Just gotta throw that out there. We gonna just throw the grenade out there, let them know. And we were beefing yesterday. Guess what? We beefing today. Whatever beef that we had in 2022, we got that same beef in 2023. Ain't nothing changed. And hopefully it carries on into 2024. Cause I got a couple of sap suckers who feeling some type of way about me. I hope they call the show. They probably won't. But if they do call the show, they can address it. Don't make me know. Never mind. You know, just letting you know, whatever beef we had last year, the beef is still on this year. The old coach is back. We ain't going nowhere. Now, Booger Ray Leonard did an interview after the fight, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very encouraged. And he did the interview with Fight Hub TV. Why am I encouraged? Now you do know that when Tank Davis was officially signed to Mayweather Promotions, you know, do you guys remember when Tank fought Mario Barrios after he beat Mario Barrios in Atlanta? And the reporter asked Tank, he said, Tank, Gervonta, who is it that you want to fight next? And Tank immediately looked to his right. Leonard Ellaby was sitting right next to Tank Davis's right. And he looked at the reporter, looked at Floyd, looked at the reporter, and looked back at Floyd. And then Floyd say, his team may handle that. His team may handle that. He say, you know, when Mayweather Promotions in the PBC, we're like one big happy family. He said, we believe in working smarter, not harder. I don't believe in making another promoter rich. He said, we have a plethora of fighters over here with Mayweather Promotions in the PBC, you know, at 130, 135, 140, that Tank Davis can fight. So he immediately looked at Floyd. You get what I'm saying? So that told me that Tank Davis was not picking his fights. You know, he was, you know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather they was picking his fights for him. So I think one of the main reasons why Tank wanted to leave Floyd was because he wanted to pick his own fights now. And as soon as Tank left Floyd, what did he do? He fought Hector Garcia in a warm-up to fight Ryan Garcia. You get what I'm saying? So he ended up fighting Ryan Garcia, his biggest fight as of today. Where am I going at with this? Let's listen to what Booger Ray have to say. I want you guys to hear this now, and this is why I'm happy. I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. Because a lot of people want to see Tank fight the top guys. And a lot of people want to see Tank fight the top guys. And remember the video I showed you guys? As a matter of fact, he said, we're going to pull it up. It's so I saved it on my Instagram when he said that he got a couple of guys on his hit list that he want to fight, but he don't want to say their names. So the guy who was interviewing Tank, he said, well, if you don't want to say the names, I'll say the names. He said, Devin Haney. He said, yeah. He's on my hit list. He said Shakur Stevenson. He said Devin Haney. I think he said Ryan Garcia. This before he fought Ryan. He said, yeah. And then he said, who else? He says one more guy, but I don't want to say his name. He said, Shakur. He said, yeah. Yeah, he said, yeah. So the guy said the names. Tank didn't say names, but the guy said the names, and Tank said, yeah, he have them on his hit list. That's what he said. So I'm going to hold him to that. I'm going to hold Tank to that. You get what I'm saying? You said you got him on the hit list. Guess what? We want to see that there. You know what I mean? We want to see that if you got him on the hit list. Oh, and guess what? To all the Tank Davis fans, I almost forgot. This is for you.
Turn around.
So anyway, that's for Be More. That's the Be More dance right there. That is officially called the Be More dance. You cannot be a Tank Davis fan if you don't know how to do that dance. So I advise you guys to learn that dance because you know you got to learn how to do that dance if you want to be a Be More fan. And guess what? If you want to jump ship, if you are a Tank Davis hater, this is what somebody brought to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just suggest it to the chat. D-Block, this is for my dog D-Block. D-Block, you have an opportunity to avoid getting that tattoo. D-Block, you have an opportunity to avoid getting that tattoo, D-Block. If you, according to the Tank Davis fans, I don't know, now not all, but some, if you pledge allegiance to Tank Davis from this point forward, and you learn the Baltimore dance, and you show a video of you doing the Be More dance, I think that there are some, but you got to pledge allegiance to Tank. You got to sit there, put your right hand over your heart, lift your left hand up, and say, I pledge allegiance to Gervonta of the United States of Baltimore. Until Gervonta, for which it stands, one neighborhood, under be more, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. You have to say that. If you just get up there, shoot a video with your right hand over your heart, your left hand up, and you do that, and you do the be more dance, I think some of them guys will forgive you, and they will give you an opportunity for redemption to come on in and jump on the bandwagon. So D-Block, if you want to jump on the Tank Davis bandwagon, I think I can make a couple of phone calls. I can probably call my dog Big Blunts in boxing. I can probably call Damian Bennett. I can probably call Quentin. I could probably call Rick Timms. I could probably reach out to somebody and touch them, and maybe, just maybe, they will allow you to come on in. And Keena, you too, Keena. Keena, you have an opportunity to jump ship. You have an opportunity to jump ship as well. You can come on over, Keena. I know you love Ryan Garcia. He broke your heart. So anybody who want to jump ship, anybody that was on the Ryan Garcia bandwagon, now y'all don't kick them to the curb. Y'all don't kick them to the curb because he let y'all down. Y'all don't kick them to the curb. So y'all have an opportunity. Y'all have an opportunity to jump on the band.
True.
I'm just saying, y'all got an opportunity to jump on the bandwagon. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Queen say, word, take the oath. Hey, Queen say, take the oath. He say, take the oath. Hey, you got to kiss the pinky ring too. You got to kiss the pinky ring, not the pinky ring. The pank. You got to kiss the pinky ring. If you kiss the Tank Davis pinky ring, you got to get out on one knee and confess your sins. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna take it a little step further. D-Block, you got an opportunity. You got an opportunity right now. Get down on one knee. Quentin right here. Get down on one knee. Bow your head and say, Father, I have sinned. I see the error of my ways. You know, I was hating on Tank Davis so much. I had so much hate in my heart for B-More and Tank Davis that, you know, I was hating so much. My hate blinded me. I now seen the error of my ways, and I'm asking for forgiveness. You know, could you please forgive me? I'll do anything to get back into you guys' good graces. You know, and bow your head. You have to confess your sins of being a hater. You know what I mean? Because you're a proud hater now. So confess your sins of being a hater, and you got to do the B-More dance. And if you do that, I think. He got to sit down in front of the B-More Council. You know, the B-More Council. You know what I mean? Kiss the pinky ring. Marquis said, hell no. Hey, Marquis said, hell no. I just said, all right. Here go my dog, Booger Ray. Y'all check this out. I'm going to tell y'all while I'm happy. Booger Ray, talk to him.
And I thought Tank did a terrific job tonight of just being patient. You know, Ryan came out, he was very aggressive, and that's what you have to do, you know. Let him get it off. We got 12 rounds.
Ryan seemed like he was getting a little aggressive in the second round. It seemed like he thought he hurt Tank. Did you get that sense? But obviously, then it switched with the Ryan getting dropped.
No, I didn't get the sense because I've been telling you guys that I said Tank has a chin.
Hey.
And
again, I do not own the rights to this material. This is for education purposes only. Shout out to the boys over there at Fight Hub TV. Phenomenal interview. I'm going to tell you guys why I'm happy, and this is why I came up with the title of this show. Well, y'all listen to this.
Again, you know, not that that's something that you want to, you know, be out there testing, but you're going to get hit in boxing, you know, especially being an elite fighter when you're fighting other elite fighters. It's happening.
I just talked to Coach Cal, and he said that Ryan's supposed to talk to Barrios. So that kind of explains the aggressive type of deal, you know, thinking that the way Barrios might try to be aggressive with him. They tried the same thing, but apparently it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good game plan. It came out, and he tried. I mean, he didn't sit back. He was very aggressive. But, again, when you're fighting in these big fights, experience. I've been saying it all along. When you're used to fighting on this kind of stage, you know, you don't play to the crowd, you know.
Now, listen to this. It's coming up. Y'all listen to this. It's coming up right now.
You have to take your time, be calm, and listen to your corner. And, you know, each round by round, do what you got to do.
What did Floyd say about the performance to you?
He was very pleased. He was very pleased because, again, patience. I'm going to keep on saying that word, patience. When you're a championship fighter, that's what you have to do.
Who do you want to team in with next? Haney Shakur?
Whoever he wants to fight.
Who do you want him to fight?
Whoever he wants to fight. That's his decision.
Leonard.
Did y'all hear that? That's why I got excited. Did you hear that? Let's hear this one more time. They say, who do you want to see him fight next? He didn't say, oh, well, me and Floyd going to get together and we're going to, put together a strategy. I'm going to talk it over with Calvin and this and that. He didn't say that. He said, who do you want to see him fight next? He said, whoever he wants to fight. He meaning Gervonta Tank Davis. So you know what that tells me? Tank Davis is calling the shots. Whoever he wants to fight next. So whoever we see Tank in the ring fighting next, it was Tank's choice to fight him. He chose that guy to fight him. You say, but Coach, why are you excited about that? I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that because Tank said in the podcast, and I'm gonna go back to the podcast. He said, I got some people on the hit list that I need to take care of first before I leave the sport. He said he got some people on the hit list. And then Booger Ray came back and said, yeah, man, let me let you guys hear that again. One more again.
What did Floyd say about the performance to you?
He was very pleased. He was very pleased because, again, patience. I'm going to keep on saying that word, patience. When you're a championship fighter, that's what you have to do.
Who do you want to team in with next? Haney Shakur?
Whoever he wants to fight.
Who do you want him to fight?
Whoever he wants to fight. That's his decision.
Leonard.
Did y'all hear that?
I've been saying that all along. Sean, haven't I been saying all along? You guys have not seen what a terrific boxer Tank is. And that's what I'm saying. What's the one thing? Something else I've been saying. He's a complete fighter. And that's the makeup of a complete fighter.
You also said levels.
Yeah, in this level.
Okay, cool. So if my thing is this here, if he say that Tank Davis is a complete fighter, guess what? Tank Davis is going to have to get in the ring with the other complete fighters. He got to get in the ring with the other complete fighters. He have to at this point now. And what I love about it, Booger Ray said that, hey, man, whoever he wants to fight next. So now it's up to me, us as fans. Hey, Tank, we want to see you fight those other guys. Hold on. We finna get to that. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. For dropping that quote over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, where's One Boy Fresh? He said, Slim, coach falling for that trick bag. He said, we get in the Hispanic rematch tour of Isak Cruz and Roland Romero. Listen, all I'm saying is this here. What I'm saying is, I get what Ron Boy is saying. I get what you guys are saying, Drew. That's fine. I ain't tripping on none of that. What I'm saying is, I think it's encouraging to me because he gets to choose who he wants to fight. Now, I'm not saying he won't fight Isak Cruz again. I'm not saying that. But I want to believe that he will fight those other guys as well. Until I see something different, that's what I want to believe. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You guys can believe what y'all want to believe. I ain't tripping on none of that. You get what I'm saying? Trick bag or whatever, that's fine. I ain't tripping on that. But, I think that's encouraging myself. Because we know whoever he fights is going to be because he chose to fight them versus Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe picking his opponent.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shit, just like Canelo pick and choose who he want to fight. Now Tank is in a position to pick and choose who he want to fight. You get what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So I'm gonna give a man the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I know y'all angle. I know y'all don't like Tank Davis, and I think maybe some of the things you guys say stems from your dislike of him. That's fine. Y'all have a right to do that. But I want to believe that, hey, if now that he is in the position to pick who he wants to fight, you know what I mean? I think that's encouraging. That's all I'm saying. I think that's encouraging myself. But trust me, I get it. I do get it. I get your angle. I get it. I get your angle. I get it. I do get it. Shout out to Keenan. What'd he say? He say Tank could be the best fighter at 140. No, we ain't think about 140. Forget 140. We talking about 135. You talking about 140. You jumping weight classes now, Keenan. We talking about 135. JC said sounds good, but he's still underfloored. I don't know. You know what? I don't know about that. I don't know. I know we did see Floyd and them in the corner and stuff like that, but we saw Floyd and them out there supporting him and stuff like that. But I'm going to hold Tank to his word. And I'm going to hold what Leonard said to his word. That's what I choose to do. I ain't listening to what another nigga tell me. Another nigga can't tell me shit right now. Until Tank physically show me, I ain't gonna fight Devin Haney. I want to fight those other dudes. I'm gonna stay on my side of the street, fight all my guys. I mean, if he fight Frank Martin, I wouldn't be mad about Frank Martin. Frank Martin's supposed to be this killer. He's supposed to be Errol Smith's fighter, right? He's a slick black fighter. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight that. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Frank Martin. As a matter of fact, I'm finna show you guys something. Shout out to Shad. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, Shad? You say since Haney is going to be a free agent, do you think it'll make negotiations harder or easier for him, vice versa versus Tank? I don't know. Tank is in a position. Tank is in a position like Canelo. He can pretty much do what he wants to do. He's that guy. When you're that guy, you call the shots and make the decision. So I think the most important part with Tank is that he's in a position to call his own shots versus being under the yoke of someone else. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I think he's able to match make his own fights. You know what I mean? That's going to be his decision. And we never heard Leonard Ellaby or Floyd Mayweather say that before any of those guys. So I want to be optimistic about that. Shout out to JRG. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said they're already setting up Rolly for a belt. Then he'll rematch Rolly at 140. I mean that could be a possibility. But yet and still, Devin Haney got to deal with Lomachenko, and then after Lomachenko, Devin Haney's going to have a WBC mandatory with Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney is going to have to fight. He got a WBC mandatory with Shakur Stevenson. That's real. That's happening. That's real. And we got to get the likes up. As a matter of fact, how many likes we got? We got 485 people and less than 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. I need 16 more likes. We got to get to 200. Anybody, check this out. As a matter of fact, got you sap suckers in here. Any sap sucker that have not hit the like button, Riley, get him.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Put out the Derek Choice. Hey, okay. Oh yeah, he said Lomachenko too. But hold on, but I'm gonna pull all that. I'm finna pull it up. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Let me find this.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said I would be fine with the winner of Haney and Loma fighting Shakur, then building a super fight with Tank, with the Tank winner, with Tank and the winner. I think when Devin Haney finishes with Lomachenko, if he were to win, the WBC mandatory is Shakur. The WBC mandatory is Shakur. So if Devin Haney were to win, if he can get around that Mando, then so be it. If he can get around that Mando, you know what I mean? Thomas say Tank duck Lomachenko. This is my thing. The past is the past. I'm talking about right now, 2023 and beyond. 2023 and beyond. I want to see Tank. Let it be known he's a world-class fighter. I want to see Tank in there with. Booger Ray Leonard said that Tank is an all-around fighter. I want to see Tank in there with other all-around fighters. That's what I want to see, and I'm gonna hold him to that. And I have a right to hold him to that. Why? Because that's what he said out of his mouth. You get what I'm saying? So when you say it, that's what I'm expecting. That's the type of guy I am. Whatever you say, I'm expecting that. Whatever you say, I'm expecting that. I ain't going by what another nigga say. Shit, another nigga got his opinion like I got my opinion. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, how you feel or whatever. I ain't tripping, you know what I mean? But I'm optimistic about that. As a matter of fact, where is this interview? I saved it. Oh, here it go right here. Here it go right here. Now, I want you guys to hear this. I got Derek Choice. I got you out the way. I got Derek Choice. I want you out the way. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me talk to them. Let me get to the people in the chat. I'm gonna try to get everybody in the chat too, man. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get everybody in the chat. Phone lines, I'm finna drop the phone line right quick because I want to hear from the people. All right, we got over 200. That's good. So we up to 500. We up to 500. I'm finna drop the phone lines right now. I want you guys to hear this though before I drop the phone lines. The UK number will be shown at the bottom as well as the US number. I want you guys to hear this. Now, this is what Tank Davis said in an interview with Ringside Views. Ringside Views. Here we go.
Do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
Hold on, here we go.
Realistically, how much longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
It depends. I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but
just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Okay.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much to Teofimo.
Not so much. Nah. How come?
Because it's like, I don't know. Just he ain't really like. I mean, if the fight like prevents itself, then yeah. But other than that,
he's not on your list.
Yeah, it's not on my. He's not.
Kambosos? No. Is there anyone I'm missing, or is that it?
Yeah, but I don't want to say his name.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one. Realistically, how much longer do you see yourself
now you heard that?
Being a fighter?
Hold on. So this was the interview he did with Ringside Views. So they asked him, he say, hold on, I'm gonna let you guys hear it one more again. And this, I'm not capping. This ain't no ventriloquist, none of that. I have it right here on my phone. Want you guys to see it. I want you guys to see it. I have it right here on my phone, right here. Let me pull it right here.
How much longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
It depends. I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but
just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much to Teofimo.
Not so much. Nah. How come?
Because it's like, I don't know. Just he ain't really like.
Yeah, 140.
I mean, if the fight like prevents itself, then yeah. But other than that,
he's not on your list.
Yeah, it's not on my. He's not.
Kambosos? No. Is there anyone I'm missing, or is that it?
Yeah, but I don't want to say his name.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one. So realistically, how much longer do you see yourself?
So the dude said Shakur. He said, yeah. Lomachenko, yeah. Devin Haney, yeah. That's what he said. Now I'm gonna hold him to that. I have a right to hold him to that. I'm gonna hold him to that. Period. Bottom line. I don't care what nobody say. Shout out to Drew for dropping that $2 super chat. He said, take name the names. The names need to be named. Well, he didn't name the names, but he confirmed the names. He didn't name the names, but he confirmed the names. You know what I mean? He did not name the names, but he confirmed the names. Knots Miller say he's scared of Teofimo. With Teofimo at 140, so he probably didn't want to mention like Teofimo because Teofimo was at 140. If you notice, all the people he called out fight at 135. All the people he called out fight at 135. You get what I'm saying? And you guys want to see him clean out the 135-pound division, right? You get what I'm saying? So me personally, I think that's a step in the right direction. And then you couple that with what Booger Ray Leonard said. Well, who do you want to see him fight next, Booger Ray? He said whoever he wants to fight. Whoever Tank Davis want to fight, that's who I want to see him fight. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So that's where I'm at with it. And guess what? It go right back to what we said right here. I told you guys, Tank Davis have two type of fans. He have the casual fans to where he can fight this ink pen and his casual fans will be happy as hell. But then he have those Gilly the Kid type fans. He have those James Lee type fans, which is his cousin. He have those Well, I ain't gonna say Ron Boy Fresh ain't a fan of him, so I ain't gonna say him. But fans like myself, we want to see him fight the top guys. If he's an all-around complete fighter, I want to see him in the ring with other people at 135 that we consider all-around complete fighters. And so this is where I'm at with it. I'm a Gilly the Kid type fan.
Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Why is that? For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't got
that's
nothing to do. That was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like.
How many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to hold them to that. And I have a right to do that. You get what I'm saying? I know some of you guys feel some type of way about Tank. Some of you guys, don't like him or whatever the case may be. I ain't caught up in your feelings. You know what I mean? I ain't caught up in your feelings, what you like, Tank or not. I don't care nothing about that. Those are your personal feelings. You know what I mean? That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I care about. I want to see him. I want to see him fight those guys. And if he said, yeah, he got some people he want to knock off before he leave, and the guy said the names and he confirmed the names. If he confirmed them, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Evan Castillo. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Tank said belts don't matter. Top guys are trash. He said, and now that he feels accomplished, he said, what would drive him to pursue real fights? Because he want to fight him. Probably because he want to fight him, and then he hearing a lot of banter and a lot of chatter about these guys. You get what I'm saying? I haven't spoken to Tank. I don't know the brother, but maybe it's like, okay, he feel like it's time now. When I was on the floor, they had a plan. Now I'm not under him anymore. You know what I mean? I'm able to make my own decisions. Now I want to fight these guys and knock these guys off. You get what I'm saying? So that might be it, because the belts don't matter to him. He don't care nothing about the belts. Maybe it's a competition of the sport. Look, man, I want to compete at a high level. I want to fight these other dudes who you guys say is such and such, such and such. A lot of people felt like Ryan Garcia beat him, like Will beat him, like the Kinos and all that stuff there. He knocked out Ryan, exposed Ryan Garcia for being a $2 fraud. He's a $2 fraud. So he'll expose him. Now, those other guys who people say elite, the Frank Martins and this and that. As a matter of fact, phone lines open. I want to show you guys this, though. Check this out. These are the people that Yahoo Sports say that they want to see Tank Davis fight. The top 5 guys, they want to see Tank Davis fight. Number 1, these are the top 5 guys. It say, what's next for Gervonta Davis? 5 best potential opponents. And guess what? I ain't mad at this list. I'm not mad at this. Now, this is from Yahoo Sports. Check this out. Shakur Stevenson. This is what they said. Shakur Stevenson. That's number 1. I ain't got no problem with that. Devin the Dream Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. I don't have a problem with that. Vasily Lomachenko. These are the names. These are the names that he called. Vasily Lomachenko, what the other guy called, right? That's the 3 on the list. Frank Martin. Frank Martin is a slick black fighter. We just looked at all these slick black fighters. He just named, well, Vasily Lomachenko, white fighter, slick white fighter. And who else the other guy is? Esau Cruz. They want to see the Pitbull Cruz rematch again. Right? I ain't mad at none of this. I would rather see him fight Pitbull last, to be honest with you. I'd rather see him fight him last. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. So it is what it is. And once again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Let me go ahead and drop the phone line. Shout out to JLG dropping a $2 super chat. He said, I believe he wants the names now, maybe not the belts. Yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, as long as he fighting the top guys, that's all I care about. Phone lines open 530-494-9636. UK number is down there as well. If you're from the UK, look at the number 44-203769-8745 is at the bottom. Y'all hit me up. Let's get the lights up. Let's get the lights up as well. Y'all call into the show and let me know what you think about this here. You know what I mean? Shit, I want to see a lot of fighters fight somebody. Like a lot of you Canelo fans, I know you don't like Tank Davis. I want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. I want to see Canelo fight those other guys as well. You know what I mean? So it is what it is as well. Yeah, I get it. Damn. Hey, call him. But we ain't talking about Canelo right now. We ain't talking about Canelo right now. We ain't worried about Canelo. This ain't about Canelo. He find John Ryder. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach was handing, man. It's Casino Life Press.
Casino Life, talk to me.
Man, I like what you're saying, bro. Like, I heard somebody say something about he still up on the floor and you defended him. And it's his, you know, where me and you from, bro, it's this saying called real recognize real, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he's not signed to Florida anymore. So that's not true.
No, I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying somebody commented trying to go against what you were saying, saying that he's still up under Floyd, so he's not going to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? But you are basically giving him the benefit of the doubt, basically saying he's going to fight these people because he said he got a hit list. And I agree with you because it's a thing called real recognize real. And you play the interview all the time, right? Like, I mean, we laugh at it, but it's one of my favorite interviews. The interview with Gilly, that's one of my favorite interviews because that showed me how real Tank was. Like, I never laughed at that shit. Like, nope, bro, you gotta be real. You gotta be a real genuine person to even sit up there and answer that question without lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, to sit there and say that shit, you are a truth teller, bro. So whatever you say, I'm gonna believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Until he showed me different. Because for you to say what you said to Gilly, I can't really see no lying in you, bro. Like, cause if there was any time to lie, when Gilly the Kid asked him that shit, that was the time to lie. You know what I'm saying? He didn't lie. He told the truth. You know what I'm saying? So based off of that, I believe he's gonna fight all the guys on his hit list.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what it is. And I also want to say, because I always say that Errol Spence and Canelo my favorite fighter. I gotta say now, Tank one of them. Tank one of my favorite fighters. So shit, man. King Tank, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. He got to fight those guys. He got to fight them. He got to fight them now. And I think the pressure is on because the fans want to see him fight it. So I'm optimistic. I'm not going to be one of these guys. Oh, he ain't going to do this. He ain't going to do that. A lot of people who say he ain't going to do this and do that, they don't like Tank Davis anyways. So they don't like him.
That's what I'm trying to get them to understand.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's what I'm trying to get them to understand. Any person who will answer them questions that Gilly was asking, any person who will answer them questions like that is not no liar. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. That's basically my call. Bro. I'm trying to like Tank.
He told the truth.
Don't show me. He don't seem like the type of nigga to lie.
He told the truth.
Like, yeah, he tells the truth, bro. So he said he's gonna fight them dudes. That's what's gonna happen. And if he don't, then saying fuck him. But I don't think he's gonna go back. Like Tank don't seem like the type person to be lying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to the future. And that's my call.
Shout out to this Casino Life Press, man. Y'all call the show, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. You get what I'm saying? I'm optimistic. You know, I want to see him fight those. I want to see him fight those other guys because I think highly of Tank Davis. And he is a world-class fighter. He's a top guy. And I want to see him fight those other top guys. Like I want to see Ryan Garcia fight those other top guys. I want to see Devin Haney Shakur Stevenson fight those other top guys. Anybody that's supposed to be a killer, I want to see all these top fighters who supposed to be killers and this and that. I want to see them fight each other. Period. Bottom line, that's where I'm at with it. I ain't pom-pomming for no nigga. I ain't pom-pomming for the Mexican, the whites, or the blacks. I want to see the top guys fight the top guys. All the other shit I ain't getting involved in. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this Tank from Charlotte, man.
Tank from Charlotte,
hey,
talk to me.
Coach, you always hitting on the head. Today, I want to say today hit the topic from yesterday and it combines it. Rock with me on it. I think if Tank fight them guys, if he fight the Haney, if he fight, I'm not sure about the Shakur as much mandatory, but if he fight, maybe even give Pitbull that rematch, then I think we can start saying he's the face of boxing. I think that whole narrative, which is all it was, because it's all what it was, the whole Ryan Tank, the next guy to be the face of boxing, that was more so a narrative. We're looking at the weight class, Devin Haney is the pimp. Devin Haney got all the hardware. We talking about the undisputed. But they don't want Haney to be the main draw because he's not signed to Al Heyman, and he not signed. I think Money Man, he not signed to Money Man. So they don't want to promote him. So they want to promote Tank. So they say, oh, just the face of boxing.
Yeah.
So in that way, they can try to A-side Haney to run Haney. Now, I'm going to tell you what the play is, Coach. Let me know if you think this is the play. Let me know. I think they want to, because, you know, my boy Ellaby is not trying to see my man Jay Prince no time soon. So what they trying to do is they trying to send Shakur Stevenson to chase Haney, because they trying to be like, oh, you know, Tank the big man, Tank the face of boxing. Haney needs to fight Shakur first. That way, one of those two will knock each other off, and then Tank can only really fight the bigger of the two. When in reality, Tank probably should take that Shakur fight, or man up and go ahead, play B-side, let Haney get the rest of them belts. But I appreciate you, Coach, man. Hey, the show is great, man. Keep doing your thing, Coach.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Tank from Charlotte. Salute, fam. Yes, sir. Now, this one I'm at with it. This one I'm at with it. This one I'm at with it. I wanna see these guys fight each other, man. Like, and listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, it'll be wonderful. I'm gonna tell you why this is gonna be wonderful. I'm gonna tell you why. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me.
I think realistically, I think the best chance, the best fight that's gonna happen out of that group is gonna be Shakur. And the only reason I say that is because Shakur is gonna be at 135 for a cool minute, and I don't see Tank going up because Tank is a small guy. And Haney, he already looking too big for the division. I think he's going to vacate after this fight and move up and face the winner of Lopez and Taylor. I think that's going to be the route that he go. Mm-hmm. And I think Shakur and Tank is going to be the next super fight that's going to be on the horizon. Because I think Tank and Shakur are going to collect all those belts, and they're going to clash for it, you know. So I think that's what's going to happen, or, you know, what should happen. I don't think the Haney fight is going to happen.
Okay. All right.
So that's my call.
All right. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach, man. LBC, stand up. All right. Curtis from Long Beach, somebody's laying down. See, now I'm fixing to tell y'all something. I've been watching, right? Leonard Ellaby never saying that, and hold on, Oscar De La Hoya said it too. So we can't sit back and say it's Leonard Ellaby. Oh man, Booger Ray and them trying to push the face of boxing. Well, Oscar De La Hoya said it as well. Bernard Hopkins said it as well. Golden Boy and them said that the winner of the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight will be the face of boxing. I'm going to explain to you guys what's going on. Now, Canelo Alvarez fans feel some type of way. You know, Canelo Alvarez has some diehard fans, right? So they feel some type of way because, you know, they don't want anyone else to come take anything that's feel like that's taking shine or light away from Canelo. They come out in droves and defend Canelo vigorously. So the people who are, all right, caller, hold on. The people who are adamant against that are the Canelo Alvarez fans. That's what I've been seeing, right? And I understand so. Canelo is the face of boxing right now in America. In America, he's the face of boxing. But the thing is there's an information war going on in boxing. So this what's going on. So there's an information war. So PBC, Mayweather and them, their information war is we trying to push Tank into face of boxing now. Why? This is why this fight was billed as the winner will be the face of boxing. If you can get the overall public to buy into, man, whoever won that fight with the face of boxing, because look how many people came out, they broke live gate records, and look how many pay-per-views they sold. This is creating a perception. So the information war, even if it's not true, if you can get the people, the overall overwhelmingly casual fan base, because it's more casual than hardcore boxing fans, to agree to that, then now everything is good and Gucci. So this is what they're doing. Canelo fans are upset. No, man, you ain't be talking about taking the face of boxing. But they so caught up in their feelings, they don't understand what's going on. There's an information war that's going on. So if Tank was my fighter, or if Canelo was my fighter, or if Devin Haney was my fighter, I'm going to try to control the narrative. This is why you see Bill Haney going around, he pitching it, selling his son, pitching, hey, man, my son got the belts, and legacy, this and that, and Bill Haney is right about that. But Leonard Ellerbe and them saying, look, Tank is the face of boxing. He's the cash cow. He's the biggest draw. He's right about that. Canelo fans, which ain't got nothing to do with none of this, but they got offended. Hey, wait a minute. Canelo was the face of boxing. They say, you know what I mean? He's been boxing for 17 years and he's undisputed and he broke records. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. So I get all of that. There's an information war that's going on. I get it. I'm sitting back watching it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's going on right now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Haynes Legacy. Man, I just want to say I love you so, man. You do your thing.
You say your name Legacy?
I listen to you yeah, Haynes Legacy, yeah.
Okay, talk to me. Haynes Legacy. Where you calling from, fam?
Man, I love your show, man. I listen to you every day, man. Riding to work, man. Riding, doing my route. And anyways, I got a question.
Where you calling from?
Say Devin. Huh?
Where you calling from?
I'm Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma. Okay, talk to me.
So I got a question for you, man. So say Haney wins with Lomachenko and moves up, right, and all the belts are spread out. Will you call it the best fight and the best if Tank is fighting for each belt after that?
Do I see Tank fight for each belt?
Would you call it the best fight and the best if Tank is going for each belt after the belts get dropped?
Nah. I mean, at this point, I want to see him fight those names. If he can fight those names, regardless of who have. Okay, I'm gonna give a perfect example. Let's say Shakur, he fights Shakur, but Shakur don't have no belt. Would you say, well, he ain't fought the best because Shakur didn't have a belt?
No, I agree with you. I'm just asking like what the criteria is for this right now. Like what's the criteria for
the criteria. This is why people. Okay, let me explain to you about the belts. Back in the day, not so recently, the guys who had the belts were genuinely the ones who were the best in the division. So someone like a Canelo, I'm like, when Ali had the belt, he was the best because he beat all the top guys. That's what the belt represented. And not only, it wasn't more so just the belt, but it was the fact that the journey that you had to go through in order to get the belt. You know what I mean? You had to fight all these top guys. Now everybody their mama can get a belt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like 20 belts.
It's like 20. It's like 1,000 belts. So that's what it is. So if let's say Devin Haney didn't have any belts, but there's an overall consensus that Devin Haney is a top fighter. You get what I mean? I still want to see Tank Davis fight Devin Haney, but just so happens Devin Haney have all of the belts. So if Lomachenko don't have all of the belts, but he don't have not one belt, but I still would want to see Tank fight Lomachenko. You get what I'm saying?
Even if he loses to Haney, you think
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, even if Lomachenko loses to Haney, I mean that doesn't mean Lomachenko was on the pound for pound list. Bob Arum said that Lomachenko was the greatest fighter in the history of boxing. Bob Arum said that he was greater than Ali and all this other stuff. So they say he was white Jesus. So no. I still, if Lomachenko, no, that's what Bob Arum said. So if Lomachenko were to lose to Devin Haney, he's still a top fighter. This is why I don't believe in tearing these top fighters down. Because this is what happens. If you tell me, in my eyes, I'm gonna believe what Bob Arum say. I'm gonna believe what Timothy Bradley and all of those guys say. Lomachenko is the greatest fighter in the history of boxing. So since he is that, when Devin Haney beats him, if Devin Haney beats him, guess what? He beat the greatest fighter in the history of boxing. He beat White Jesus. He beat the guy who can walk on water. He beat the guy who can stick his finger. He beat the guy who can stick his finger in the cup of water and turn it into wine. So because if you beat a guy, no, hear me out. Hear me out though. If he beat a guy that's that great, according to Bob Arum, then that means the guy that beat him had to be just as great. True. That's why I'm at with it. That's why I don't believe. That's why I don't believe in tearing these fighters down.
Your boxing commandments don't add up with that, man. Like
no.
Bob Arum, who's Bob Arum?
Yeah. No. He's a promoter. What I'm saying is, what I like to do, I like to take their words and throw it back at them.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do.
I get what you're saying.
So I like to take their words and throw it right back at them. No, that's what you said. You said he was the Matrix. You said he can dodge bullets. You said he was catching bullets with his teeth. You said he was greater than Ali. So if Devin Haney beat him, then I don't want you to turn around and say, "Oh man, Lomachenko was old. Oh, Devin ain't beat nobody." Because that's what they'll do. They argue both sides of the coin. One minute he Godzilla, and then when he get beat by the person who you think that shouldn't beat him, then they'll turn around and say, "Oh man, well he really wasn't all that." No. Keep that same energy. No, that's what he was when you said it. We gonna hold him to that. That's where I'm at with.
Last thing I want to say to you, I don't want to hold you too long, man. Yeah. I was on the WTS panel when you was on there. I think it was yesterday, and I see you starting to do right now what you said you was going to do on the show, and I really appreciate what you're doing, man. You're doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Be blessed and everything, man.
Shout out to Haines City, Oklahoma, man. City. Salute, fam. Thank you for calling the show, brother. Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. No, y'all, that's what y'all said he was. We're gonna hold him to that. I don't want to hear that because see what these dudes do. They like to argue both sides of the coin. I'm not gonna let them get away with that. Not gonna let them get away with that. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Drew said all the promoters supposed to say this. He say, and fans get in their feelings. He said, but Canelo have a Super Bowl commercial, proves he's the face of boxing. Yeah, that's fine. All that's cool and dandy. I know your position, Drew. I know you're riding with Canelo. There's nothing wrong with that. Canelo is the face of boxing. I never said he wasn't the face of boxing. It is what it is. So I'm not even getting into that. Right now, I'm talking about Tank Davis fighting those other top guys. And I do get that a lot of you guys, y'all feel some type of way about it, because you're a diehard Canelo fan. I get it. I do understand. But that doesn't change the fact. The fact of the matter is that you guys felt some type of way about people saying that Tank Davis is the face of boxing. Tank Davis fans have a right to feel that way, even if you don't agree with it. Even if Canelo is the face and he's on Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that, but they have a right to feel that way, just like you have a right to feel that way. That's all I'm saying. They have that right. Now, whether I agree with it or not, or you agree with it or not, is irrelevant. That doesn't. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Now, all I'm saying is, and I think it's good that we have more than one guy. We have other guys that's big name fighters that's carrying the sport. I'm not this guy that's, I want to hold on to one fighter and there's no such thing as boxing because my fighter, he's the guy. He's the face of boxing. He's the guy. That's not me. That's not me. I'm like, okay, yeah, the Jitterbug coming up. He a hot guy. He doing real good gates. Like, we should be happy. We should be happy. That's all I'm saying. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Y'all know me. I ain't worse than no nigga. I'm Mexican nigga, white nigga, black. I don't give a damn. Don't make me no motherfucker. Never mind. It is what it is. I want to see these top guys fight each other. That's what I want to see. You get what I'm saying? We got Devin Haney. We're gonna be promoting that fight. Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Devin Haney and the Matrix fixing to fight each other. So we're gonna be talking about that too. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's the inevitable. D Block, D Town, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore.
D Block, you got that tattoo, D Block?
I'm actually going on ATM right now. I gotta take the money out right now because I gotta make sure I save that money. I better not use it up. My Wells Fargo. I'm going to Wells Fargo right now. What I mean?
Have you been?
So, hey man,
hold on, D Block. Hold on, because before you get started, D Block, I have to say this. I'm gonna call Casino Light Prez. Well, I'm gonna call Quentin. I'm gonna talk to Big Blunts in Boxing. I'm going to talk to Damian Bennett, and I'm going to talk to James Lee, which is Tank Davis's cousin. And I've come to, I think we can work something out. If you learn this dance, the Be More dance, and if you come before the Be More Council, I'm not a part of the Be More Council, you know what I mean? But if you come before the Be More Council and you kneel on one knee, and you kiss and you kiss the pinky ring, not pinky ring, and you pledge allegiance to Tank Davis, and you repent for your sins, for all of the hate and the blasphemy. I think we can find a way that you can get around the tattoo, but you have to learn to Be More dance first. So D-Block, I think if you do that, now Rick Tim say he wants you to get the tattoo. That's what he say. But Rick, I think we can compromise. If he wanted to do that, will y'all forgive him? You know.
Okay. All right, man. Who you think you are? Who's he? Huh? You ain't nothing. You won't be nothing. You won't see. You won't do nothing. Believe me, that never, ever, Baltimore would never. I would never submit to that. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna keep my man's word. I got my balls. They ain't crossed, coach. Every time I talk about Baltimore, every time I talk about Tank Davis, my eyes ain't crossed. My fingers ain't crossed. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't need to cross nothing because the truth will be revealed, coach. Okay, I'm gonna get my tattoo. I'm going to ATM machine right now. I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna stash it up. Make sure no bras try to steal my money. You know how that goes sometimes when you're around too many women. But what I'm trying to say at the end of the day, Tank Davis ain't no face of boxing. Let's keep it real with that, coach. That's blasphemy what you're saying right now. I mean, the way you just putting it out here, coach.
No,
like this guy is in a parade.
Did
you see Baltimore celebrating the parade for Tank Davis?
I didn't say Tank Davis was the face of boxing. I said his fans have a right to feel that way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't say he was the face of boxing. I said that Canelo is the face of boxing. But I said that his fans have a right to feel that way. They have something to be excited about. Just like Devin Haney fans have a right to feel that way, because Canelo Alvarez fans have a right to feel that way. All of these guys are great fighters, and all of these guys are doing great things. We know Canelo is solidified. You know, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. The cement is dry. But guess what? It's time for the young guns to come up, and Canelo ain't gonna fight forever. So when Canelo retires and leave the game, y'all gonna have to find something else to do. He been fighting 17 years, so y'all gonna have to find something else to do if he leave the game and all that stuff there. So now I'm looking at the future. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah.
I'm good with that, coach. I appreciate what you're doing and what you're saying, coach. But the way I look at it, it's only two top dogs in this game. 135. It's Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and it's about to go down. What is it? May 22nd. May 22nd. It's gonna go down. Those are gonna be, no matter what you say, where we come from. I know that young guys are coming up. Devin Haney is the biggest favorite in there. Now, Devin Haney, if he beats Lomachenko, because let's be real, coach. I told you, he fights like Muhammad Ali. He got everybody's, he got all old school type of fights in there, man. He got it all over his body. That's why they call him the Matrix, coach. So let me keep it real quick. Do I look at it like this, where Devin Haney, he will win? I know he's gonna win. Mm-hmm. He will be the number. Tank Davis has to fight him, coach. He has to fight him. If Tank Davis doesn't fight Devin Haney, that means he's ducking him, coach. Am I right or am I wrong?
What you mean? If he don't fight him next, or he just don't fight him? Period. Because I'm saying as long as he fights him, as long as he fights Devin Haney, fine. As long as he fights Devin Haney, fine. He said he's going to fight him. Fine, I want to see that fight happen. If Tank Davis refused to fight him, then that's a duck. But Devin Haney move up to 140, then where they gonna fight at? They're gonna fight at 140, 135. Because now if Devin Haney moves up to 140, and Tank said, "Well, I'm a 135 pounder," and Dev said, "Well, I'm a 140 pounder." Then I can't sit back and say that he's ducking him, because now Dev just moved up to a different weight division. You get what I'm saying? But if Devin Haney is at the 135 pound division, and Tank saying that I'm staying at 135, and they can't make that fight happen, then maybe they can make it at a catch weight. Maybe they can make it at 140. I don't know. As long as Devin Haney and Tank Davis fight each other, I'm happy with that. As long as Tank Davis fight those guys that he said he have on his list, I'm happy with that. That's all I want, dog. That's all I want.
Okay, one more thing, because I know I've been on this too long, but I already got my money, coach. I got my money. I'm going to secure it right now. Make sure nobody try to tap on my money. Other than that, Shakur Stevenson is coming. He's coming, coach. He's a real G. We know who he is. We know he's coming, coach. He's greatness at his best, and he will destroy Tank Davis. He's gonna make him look silly. I'm telling you, coach. Believe me. You
said that, but you said that about Ryan Garcia too, D-Block.
No. Hold on. Don't use my words. Well, I know what I said. What I said was Ryan Garcia is like Oscar de la Hoya ass, right? He got that pedigree going in there. Look, man, I'm telling you, coach. Shakur Stevenson will not have a rehydration clause on there like that, coach.
That's true.
He will not make that mistake. My youngin, like they say, what do you say? Don't mess with my youngin. Yeah. Well, you mess with my youngin. All right, you made him keep that weight off like that. So I'm gonna tell you, karma, like I told you, Coach, is gonna come and bite him in the ass. Baltimore, be happy today because tomorrow's not guaranteed. I promise you, your boy going down. D Block, D Town, D City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Hey, shout out to D Block, man. You know, hey man, all I'm saying is, these dudes got to fight each other. You guys know me. I don't believe in putting no fight in the witness protection program. Caller, hold on. Let me get the super chat out the way. I don't believe in putting no fight in the witness protection program. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did say? Drew said, Drew, so I'm waiting for the WBC to make a face of boxing belt. Maybe they will for Canelo versus Benavidez. Hey man, you know you know what, Drew? They might make the face of boxing belt. They got they got about 35 belts already. You know what, Drew? They might make a face of boxing belt for Canelo because remember when they created the French fries belt, they created the French fries belt for Canelo, and that was the first time that belt ever came into existence. So they are known for making belts for Canelo. So you might be right about that, fam. I didn't even think about that, but you might be right. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, this DJ from the Great Lone Star State. What's up?
DJ from Texas. Talk to me.
All right, Coach. I don't want to be too, you know what I'm saying, negative. I'm gonna be optimistic, but I gotta be realistic. You know, this is the business of boxing, Coach. You know this. I say after Loma, Devin move up. It's gonna be a lot of the size of the street and this shit with Shakur and Tank, even if they're becoming free agent, like I say, he's gonna move up to 140. It's gonna be a lot of roadblocks in these fights. I hope we get them, but I'm just trying to tell the fans, don't put all they bags up in this, trying to what I'm saying, be thinking that we finna get this right here, right now. Maybe later or something, who knows what happened. But Coach, you know as well as I do, with the come to business of boxing, it's always been that bullshit. But I think Bob is trying to keep them belts on Top Rank. So he's going to push for Shakur and Devin real hard if Devin don't move up. But I think he move up. Bill told the dude that was over there with I forgot the guy's name, over there with Tim Bradley in them last fight, that they were staying at 135. So we'll see. But for sure, before Tank leaves, I gotta see him in there with them other two dogs over there on Top Rank. But like I said, we'll see. But I just want to keep in your ear, Coach. Remember, it's the business of boxing here, and we always know what go on with that. Look at Canelo, WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, if that's his name. They're always making up bullshit from him. Giving him the grace and everything, letting him slip and slide all through with all these mandatories and shit he ain't fought. So it's always that BS that go on. But I just want to keep that in your ear, though, Coach. It's all good. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, shout out DJ from Texas. Another thing too, though, it ain't just Canelo. I get what you're saying about Canelo, but you got to look at Jamal Charlo. Look what Jamal Charlo ain't fought since '72. They still let him keep his belt. Errol Spence haven't fought a mandatory for the IBF since '75. So these sanctioned bodies do what they want to do when they want to do it. And another thing too, Bob Arum, like a lot of people, I get what you're saying. You give the criticism to the PBC, and that's rightfully so. But Bob Arum ain't trying to make no other fights with other companies like that. When he got all the fighters on his side of the street, he want to keep them belts over there as well. Look what's going on with the Beterbiev and the Bivol. Now, even though I did hear that Bivol said that he don't want to, he's trying to fight Canelo again and stuff like that. Now, shout out to Juggernaut. He say chances of Ryan versus Roland for the WBA. I think that's a good chance. I wouldn't mind seeing that, Roland versus Ryan. And I already told you how I would sell that fight. I would love to see it, but I don't know. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. What's going on, sis? Shout out to Bless 365. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Frisco Dog, calling from Vallejo.
Frisco Dog, calling from Vallejo. Talk to me.
What's going on, Coach? I'm just tapping in, man. I'm hearing all these people talking on here. I mean, they kind of putting the carriage before the horse. They saying Shakur Stevenson, like everybody talking about him like he a top dog. Don't get me wrong, he nice. He got a lot of skill, he got a lot of potential, but he really ain't even fought nobody yet. So I mean, I think he got to get in there with somebody
when you say he ain't fought nobody, what do you mean? You mean he ain't fought nobody at 135, or you say he ain't fought nobody since he been boxing?
No. He fought people at the 130 or was he featherweight or
super featherweight and super featherweight.
He fought them guys.
Yeah.
But come on, coach. You know the dudes at 135, they're a lot. That's a different ball game. It's a different animal. The top guys that was down there at featherweight or super featherweight, wherever he was, they not as good as the guys that's at 135 right now. They got some real good fighters down there at 135. I think Shakur got to do a little bit more proving. I mean, he beat
Oscar Valdez and he beat Jamel Herring.
Come on, coach. They not matching up with no Tank. Come on, coach.
Yeah, but Tank fights at 135. So Shakur Stevenson, he just moved up to 135. My brother, he's just moved up to 135, and he had his first fight at 135. Yeah, 135. Would you consider Pitbull, Aesop Pitbull Cruz the top fighter at 135?
Nah.
Okay.
I put Pitbull in the top 15, but I wouldn't put him in the top 10. I like that one cat.
Okay, give me
that knocked out.
Give me your top 5 then. Who your top 5 at 135 then?
I gotta go with Dev off the top. Dev up there, Tank up there. I like the cat that stopped Valenzuela. He don't fight a lot though, but he looked like a pretty good fighter. I think his name was De Los Santos.
Okay, De Los Santos. Yeah, he over there with the PBC. De Los Santos. Okay.
Right. He looked pretty good. I like Valenzuela.
Okay. That's over there. I think he over the top.
That's 5.
Okay, and then you got Frank Martin. So he just got there, and he can't fight all of those guys at the same time. You get what I'm saying? When you have in boxing, you fight one guy at a time. So you got to give him time to fight those top guys. And if you say that he's not one of the top guys, he just got there. Okay, we're gonna find out. Time will tell if Shakur Stevenson is a top guy or not. If you don't believe he is, time will tell. Because guess what? You say Devin Haney is the top guy, right? Guess who's gonna be the WBC mandatory? If Devin Haney can beat Vasily Lomachenko.
I'm waiting. We waiting.
One of these dudes.
Hold on. Wait for one of these dudes to take the fight with Hold
on. Listen, hear me out. Guess who's gonna be the mandatory? Shakur Stevenson. So we're gonna find out. Right. We're gonna find out if Shakur has the goods or not against Devin Haney. That's what we're gonna find out. So hopefully Dev stay at 135, like you said. Hopefully he stay at 135 because that boy from Newark, New Jersey is coming next. That's the man though.
Oh, he nice. I'm not hating on the young boy. He raw. He nice. But my thing is, it's like he kind of skipping the line. So he beat Yoshino, and now all of a sudden he's the number 1 contender. Come on, coach. He should at least have to fight Tank or somebody. How
was he skipping the line? He was the WBC champion at super featherweight. He moved up. So now he was champion at super featherweight. Oh, so are you scared?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I put my money where my mouth is. We can bet it up, coach.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that you say he's skipping. You say he's skipping the line. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I
think it's a lot of other guys that have fought. They done fought 135-pound former champions and stuff that kind of deserve a shot right now. Like if Tank not gonna fight Devin, then Devin should be. Then Tank should be fight Shakur. And I think the winner of that should get the undisputed champion. See, everybody treating Dev like he not undisputed. Like, he undisputed. He got all the belts.
Okay,
he shouldn't be the one having to maneuver.
No. I think what you fail to realize, my brother, is this: heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you are the undisputed champion and you have all of the belts, you know the duty of a guy who have all the belts. He's going to have to defend his belts against his mandatories. If Shakur Stevenson is a mandatory, if whoever the mandatory is, that's who he's going to have to fight. If it's Shakur Stevenson, he's going to have to fight that guy. Or whoever it may be. You get what I'm saying? So that's all.
I agree. I agree 100%. But all I'm saying is, it's like he get one fight. I get what you're saying. He was WBC champion down at the lower weight. He came up. Yeah. He won the fight. Now he's number 1. But keep it real, coach. I mean, it's other guys that kind of deserve a shot at Dev. I think Tank deserve a shot at Dev over Shakur. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like
but Tank is not even the rankings for Devin Haney. Tank is the WBA. He's the WBA Reggie Belt champion. Now Tank, Tank has the WBA Reggie Belt. Tank can Tank can enforce a mandatory. Tank can enforce, activate the mandatory to fight him, but Tank haven't done that.
Right.
So if Tank don't,
Tank don't want that. Tank know how that's gonna go. He know how that's gonna play out.
Yeah, okay.
Shakur,
Well, listen, and
I give Shakur a better shot to beat Dev than Tank for sure because of the style. He could, they could go back and forth. You feel me with the boxing.
So
but
is this?
I think Dev for sure beat Tank.
So
and
is this?
I think Shakur is, it's a toss up.
Okay, all right. So is this why you feel that he's jumping in line? Because now you're saying that you give him a better chance of beating Dev, Shakur Stevenson.
Better chance than Tank because I don't think Tank ain't gonna be able to close the distance as easy. Like, Dev could punch and move his feet at the same time. If you notice the fight with Ryan Garcia, that was his big problem. He's standing right in front of Tank. You got to move with Tank. That's like standing in front of a freight train or standing in front of Mike Tyson. You can't just stand in front of Tank and think you're going to do what you think you're going to do. He's going to get you up out of there.
All right, well, listen. I tell you what. Hopefully we get all of these fights. So because we had a lot of questions and not enough answers. So hopefully we can get these fights and we will find out in the ring who is who. This is why it's important we get these fights. But we got other calls calling in. Salute to you all. Shout out to Fresco Dog from Vallejo. Salute. It sound like my brother started niggas playing, and I'm like, hold on, man, nah, if he is who you say he is, you know what I mean? Then it is what it is, and I like all the young guns, but I'm just saying. Let me get the super chats out the way. Yeah, I want to see them all on fight each other. Shout out to Ricky Cooper. I'm for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, the rumors Tank and Ryan may have taken home $20 million. He says so Tank's stock is rising and Canelo stock is declining. Okay. Shout out to GM for dropping that quote over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Haney need to fight his mandatory and get them pay-per-views up. I'm not even worried about the pay-per-views. You know what I mean? That's for the promotions to worry about that. He said he has to earn Tank. Nobody give a F about them belts. Haney ringside at Tank fight. Keep it real. Listen, all that's fine and dandy, right? Where I'm at with it, my dog, where I'm at with the GM, he has to earn Tank and all that stuff there. See, that's the problem. I'm not tripping on who have to earn who. What I'm saying, GM, is this. Tank, you're right. What's the name? Devin Haney has to defend he has to fight his mandatories. That is true. You know what I mean? Tank Davis said that he has Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Vasily Lomachenko on his hit list. I am holding Tank Davis to that because he said he got him on his hit list. So I don't want to hear he got to earn them and all that stuff there. Cause that sound like some Floyd Mayweather and Booger Ray Leonard type stuff. No, I think we passed that at the point. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Drew. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Hey, y'all call back, man. Sorry about that. People calling. Sorry about that. The people calling the show. You know what I mean? Hold on, I ain't even. Yeah, the people calling the show. You know what I mean? He said Shakur got a better resume than Tank. Herring and Valdez. He said Herring and Valdez better than Ryan, Roland Romero Cruz, another Bay Area caller, making us look bad. Okay. Again, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. The thing is, I want to remove all obstacles, Drew. I want to remove all obstacles. Come on, what happened, Drew? Dudes are going to talking about, caller, hold on. Dudes are going to talking about, they want to hide behind the resume. Well, you ain't got a better resume than me. You got to fight Papa Smurf. You got to fight Oompa. You got to fight Smurfette. You got to fight Snarf. You got to fight Garfield. Like, I don't want that. You guys say he the top guy. You say Devin Haney the top guy. Tank Davis the top guy. Shakur Stevenson the top guy. Frank Martin, De Los Santos, all those guys. Then guess what? We need to see. I want to see these guys fight each other. That's all I'm saying. All this other stuff about we got to hide behind this guy and, we got it. Your pay-per-view numbers ain't all that and your baby mama got to be bow-legged. I don't believe in creating obstacles for why we shouldn't get fights. I believe in creating bridges for why we should, building bridges for why we should get fights. That's where I'm at with it, fam. That's where I'm at with it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Fee.
Fee, from Duval, talk to me.
Tat it up, tat it up. We know we about to go get that tattoo on the face. We really expect when you get that tattoo on your face. Tattoo on tank. Tattoo. That's what I'm. No, I'm kidding. Listen, D-Block. I had to do it to you. Don't get a tattoo. You show you a stand-up dude. You on your way to Wells Fargo, all that. On my end, you good. I appreciate you keeping your word, you know, that you was gonna do it, but you don't gotta get a tattoo. Seriously, don't do it. You know, I'm a forgiving person, so I forgive you. So don't get a tattoo. But anyway, Coach, on subject, Floyd Mayweather say he want to make Tio Lopez and Tank next. That's what he say he want to make, and we all know that Tank running things. I mean, that Floyd running thing. So that's what the fight Floyd say he making. He said he want to see Devin and Shakur. That's you heard that, right?
Yeah. What you said? That what Floyd said?
Yeah. Floyd
I mean, Floyd ain't really got nothing to do with that, to be honest with you, because Devin and Shakur are top ranked fighters. Bob Arum, that's one, and two. Shakur is going to be the WBC mandatory to fight for the fight for that belt. So I mean, I get what Floyd is saying, but the fact of the matter is he ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, to be honest with you.
But what he said he want to see Tank and Tio Lopez. That's the fight he's looking to make next for Tank, and he want to see Shakur and Devin. That's what he said. Now he got something to do with Tank. So
he want to see Tank fight Teofimo Lopez.
That's what he said.
So he moving up to 140.
I guess that's what he said. That was on one of those. When did I see that? I seen that right after the fight. He said it.
Okay.
Yeah. So look into it.
Okay.
So yeah, look into it. That's what he said he wanted to see. Which that make I feel like Floyd's still behind the scenes running things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what he said, I feel like he'll be leaning Tank more towards that way. Of course, we want to see the Tank, Devin Haney, Shakur, Devin Haney, Tank, Devin Haney. Like, we want to see that mixture. We want to see some Frank Martin threw up in there, you know, all of those type of stuff. But, you know, I mean, the promoters pretty much run stuff now. We know that now, right? The fighters don't have no control anymore, it look like. So we won't know until, like you always say, until they fight each other. You know what I'm saying? I think Shakur is on the way to be a top dog at the 135 division. Of course, I'm not going to take nothing from him, but, you know, we won't know until we know. We won't know until we get these fights. But, yeah, Floyd said he want to see Tank fight Tio Lopez. That's what he said.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Phil for Duval. Salute. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is I ain't worried about what Floyd's saying. Tank Davis said that he's not signed to Floyd Mayweather anymore. Booger Ray Leonard said that whoever Tank wants to fight, they said when they asked him, that's why I played that. When they asked him, who do you want to see Tank fight next? And he said, whoever Tank wants to fight. So that's what Booger Ray said. He said, whoever Tank wants to fight. So that's what I'm holding on to. I ain't worried about what another nigga got to say and who's saying what and all that stuff there. I'm holding him to what he said. That's me. Can't nobody convince me of anything. That's where I'm at with it. And so now that's what I'm holding them to. Caller, what's your name? Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? Your boy Two-Tone the Superstar. Please say the Superstar.
All right, hold on. Shout out to Mailman Mac. He said didn't like 2 or 3 top guys, just turn them down. You talking about Shakur? Yeah, Shakur, he did. That's what I'm saying. People all over the place with this. You're right about that. Shout out to Bless 365. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy. She say Floyd would definitely keep Tank away from Devin and Shakur. Watch. I don't know. I don't know. I'll see. We'll see how that work out. But right now, Devin and Shakur, Tank can't fight neither one of them right now because Shakur and Devin is on a collision course. That's if Devin can get by Lomachenko. If Devin beats Lomachenko, he's on a collision course to fight Shakur Stevenson because that's the mandatory. And that's just what it is, sis. All right, Two-Tone the Superstar. Talk to me.
Yo, what up, Coach? Like we got through boxing history, we got to understand who Floyd Money Mayweather is, and I learned this on your show. Floyd Money Mayweather said just because it's not under the Mayweather Promotions banner, he still talk to Al Heyman every single day. And he said just because your name is on the step and repeat don't mean I'm not behind the scenes.
That's true.
So
He said that.
He said that Floyd Money Mayweather believes in the green print. And now Gervonta Tank Davis has tasted a different kind of bag with the green print. Gervonta Tank Davis will not be fighting no black fighter. He is going to go Latino. Isak Pitbull Cruz, Teofimo Lopez. Look for Gervonta Tank Davis to bump Canelo off of that Cinco de Mayo date in very, very soon. Gervonta Tank Davis has tasted a whole different type of money that he done made with that Mexican-American Ryan Garcia. Like, Coach, let me ask you, how can you market in an era where the general consumer does not care about belts? How can you market Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney, being that Devin Haney is not a crossover boxing star?
For one, hold on, let's backtrack because you said a whole lot. If Tank Davis fight Teofimo Lopez is a top fighter. I don't think no one would complain about that. And, Teofimo Lopez is the top guy, and he ain't really got no hell of a fans like that. When he fight, he ain't selling out really nothing. He's fighting in small venues. But Teofimo Lopez is the guy that gave Lomachenko his second loss. So I don't think no one would complain about that. Now, as it relates to belts don't matter and stuff like that, I do get that. Ryan Garcia said belts didn't matter. He said that. Tank Davis said belts didn't matter. He said that. So, and everybody said it once Devin Haney got the belts. That is true. So, at this point, this is where I'm at. I'm at a two-tier phase. If you say the belts don't matter, okay, fine. Guess what? Guess what do matter? Who you fight matters. The level of competition that you fight matters. So what I'm saying is whether Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, or Tank Davis, whether they have a belt or not, I still consider them to be the top competition. De Los Santos, I consider him to be the top competition. These other guys, Frank Martin, I consider them to be. You got a lot of noise in the background, so I'm gonna get you out the phone. But that's what I consider. So let me give you a round of applause. Salute, Two-Tone. A lot of noise in the background, fam. A lot of noise in the background. So that's where I'm at. So that's where I'm at with it. As long if you say belts don't matter, okay, fine. But you know what never changes? Who you fight matters. That don't change. So as long as you fighting the top guys, then okay, I'm cool with that. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had a lot of noise in the background, man. That shit was blowing, messing my damn ears up, bro. Shit was loud as hell. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This dog. I'm from Chi-Town. We're in Columbus, Ohio right now, though, after this fight.
All right, dog from Chi-Town. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's going on, man? I was just weighing in listening to that whole season right there. And they don't Tank too hard right now, man. Tank needs a little break right now, man. What they need to focus on, if they really want to put somebody back in the woods to prove themselves, it got to be Garcia, bro. And I got to see him against Rolly. Now I don't know who will win that one. I think Rolly will beat the crap out of Garcia, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going against Rolly. I don't like that, bro.
You talking about Big Rolo?
Rolly Romero, Big Rolly, yeah. Why they ducking him? That's the one. They saying he don't matter, but they keep ducking him though. What's up with that?
Who ducking Rolly? Ain't nobody ducking Rolly. Who ducking him?
Man, they all every time they said, anytime I'm watching all these interviews, every time they said they mention Rolly's name, they just brush him off. Oh, Rolly ain't not Rolly. Ain't nobody trying to I've seen him in the ring, bro. I think he will give Garcia that business.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight, but Rolly Romero is trash. Like Rolly Romero, listen. Rolly Romero have terrible footwork. He leads with his chin. He reaches with the backhand. You know what I mean? You know, Rolly Romero is not a top grade fighter. And he was hyped up by Mayweather Promotions to justify Tank Davis fighting him. Like ain't nobody.
So you think Rolly ain't got? So you don't think Rolly can do Garcia?
I mean, Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia, that's a 50-50 fight. To me, both of them are the same level. To be honest with you, I think Ryan Garcia is a little bit higher than Rolly Romero. He has more of a boxing pedigree from an amateur standpoint. So I would give the edge to Ryan Garcia in that. I think Ryan Garcia can outbox Rolly. So I get an edge to him. But Rolly Romero ain't all that, dog. Like, you know, I mean, I hyped him up. But but I was being facetious. Yeah.
And he's definitely entertaining too. I ain't gonna lie to you. On top of all that, it's entertaining, bro. I'd rather see him kind of like it's acting. I can't guarantee he's gonna be acting in the ring if he get in that ring. I mean, bad for working off. The boy got some. It's entertainment. That's entertainment right there. At its best for real. Put him against a couple more. That's what I'm thinking.
What does entertainment have to do with boxing skills?
No, see, basically what I'm looking at is the action, like more punches thrown, more actual boxing. Yeah, he might have bad footwork and all, but you're gonna see way more fireworks. You're gonna see you're gonna see some. Ain't nobody running from nothing. He gonna be swinging. It's gonna be a lot of fireworks.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, man. Dog from Chi-Town, man. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling the show, my brother. Your point well taken, my brother. Salute, fam. Two-Tone the Superstar say, shout out to Two-Tone Superstar for dropping that $2 super chat. He said, let's not act like Tank won't weight drain Tio to 135. Sir, let's not act like that Tank will weight drain Teofimo to 135. Teofimo Lopez is a 140-pounder. And right now, Two-Tone, you're making assumptions that if the Teofimo and Tank Davis fight can be made, Tank will require the Teofimo to move down to 135. Teofimo cannot make 135 anymore. So I don't foresee Teofimo trying to come down to a weight division that he has clearly outgrown and he can't make anymore. Like, bro, I mean, that is, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, Tone? Like, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So let's not act like that will happen because it won't. You know what I mean? I'm telling you what I know. That ain't gonna happen, bro. Teofimo Lopez is a 140-pounder. The reason why he moved up from 135 to 140 is because he can't make the weight anymore. So why would he lose weight to come back down to a weight division that he clearly can't make anymore because it's detrimental to his health? Come on, man. Come on, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, what up? Quentin Q-Dog Gillen from Baltimore. What's happening?
Quentin from B-More. Talk to me.
Hey, look, two arguments I hate the most about sport of boxing is belts don't matter. That burns me. I hate that shit, Joe. Even when my friends and family say that shit, like, especially coming from Baltimore, belts don't matter. Oh, Tank don't gotta fight Devin because belts don't matter. He's the cash cow. All of this, he the money maker. Oh, fuck them belts. Yo, I hate that. Yo, that's some sucker shit, yo. Like, belts matter. Like, I'm in my 40s. Growing up watching boxing, Roy Jones, all of them, they cared about them belts. Even on YouTube, looking up Sugar Ray Leonard and all of them, motherfuckers fought hard, several rounds for them belts. Another thing I hate is the narrative that, if it ain't knockdowns or knockouts, that it don't matter. Like, Dev, you just got to chase Dev around the ring and all of this, whatever like that. Like, I hate that. That makes me sick. You know what I mean? I just don't understand it.
I mean,
and the more casual fans.
No, go ahead, Quinn. Sorry about that.
No, that's good. Like, the more casual fans that get into the sport of boxing as it grows, it's just, like, as you say, the criteria is just going to get worse and worse. The narratives are going to grow and grow. And even though we getting some of the good fights, I see boxing going, for the worst because belts don't matter. All it has to be is knockdowns and knockouts. That's not the sweet science, and all that duck language, and that ain't good news.
Hey, but you know what though? I look at it like this here. Irregardless of what the casuals and the social media boxing fans say, it's up to the hardcore boxing fans to still keep that boxing criteria and hold the line. But he left. It's a hold the line. See, I don't listen. One thing about me, I'm not going to change because of what some casuals say. I don't conform to the casuals. I know that the casuals and the caller, hold on. I know that the casuals and the social media boxing fans, they don't know what I know. They don't have the boxing knowledge that I have. So I don't conform to the casuals and the social media boxing fans. No. I don't conform to them. I'm still gonna hold the line. My job is to hold the line regardless of what. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Stunner calling from Brooklyn.
Standing from Brooklyn, talk to me.
I call him because I like the fact that you hold the line. Now, from where I'm standing, it seems like the people behind Tank Davis don't want to make that Devon fight. For what reason, I don't know. Because I can't imagine Tank fighting Rolly, Tank fighting the other Garcia, the one before Ryan. These guys is not no big sellers. They ain't bringing no big audience. But I understand it's on PBC side, the fight is easy to make, whatever. Now, with the Shakur situation,
The only thing I worried about is after this fight if Dev moves up, because we saying Tank is with Dev is with Bob. Bob got Teofimo, Bob got Josh Taylor at 40 with other fighters. So if Dev moves up, he could get the winner Josh Taylor, Teofimo. If he stays at 35, the only logical fight to make is Shakur, which would be his mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with any one of those fights. But the fight with Tank, I don't see that happening. Not because the two fighters don't want to fight each other, but the people behind Tank, they're not seeing that fight as a fight to be made now. Because Floyd did say after the fight that he said the next fight for Tank should be Teofimo. So
okay, I think Teofimo is a good fight. That Teofimo Lopez is a good fight. That's a top ranked fighter, so that means they'll do a cross promotion fight. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all myself.
I don't have a problem with that either. But to me, because I don't have no inside information, but what I'm seeing, according to what I'm hearing, the people behind Tank, PBC, they're not interested in making a fight with him and Devin Haney. For what reason, I don't know. Every time Dev's name comes up, it gets sidetracked. But I would love to see Devin Shakur. If it happens now, I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
If he go to 40 and get Josh Taylor, the winner of Teofimo, I'd love to see that too.
Okay.
So that's just my contribution.
All right, shout out to Stoner from Brooklyn. Salute. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to multitask. Let me get these super chats out the way and get the cash out the way. Shout out to Low Dog for dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy. He said Tank versus Lopez next. Okay, fine. I ain't got no problem with that. If that's next, I really don't care. I hope nobody ain't complaining. I hope nobody is complaining. I hope nobody's complaining about that fight. That's a top fight. Shout out to Two-Tone, the superstar, for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He say fighting T.O. at 140, but not Ryan is wild. Okay. Hold on, I got a call calling in. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
We did it first. We motivate even the greats. Coach, it's me, Steve.
Hey, Steve, hold on, Steve. Let me get the super chat out of the way. He say fighting. He say fighting T.O. at 140, but not Ryan Garcia is wild. When T.O. is better than Ryan, Mayweather want T.O. For the next Tank fight. Okay, that's fine. And the answer to fighting T.O. at 140, not Ryan. Tank Davis, I don't agree with the rehydration clause and all that stuff there, but you got to stop coddling Ryan Garcia, Two-Tone. Ryan Garcia chose to sign that contract. Ryan Garcia is not a complete fighter. Ryan Garcia was not training. Ryan Garcia doesn't have any footwork. Ryan Garcia is a TikToker, an Instagram model. He showed that. Nobody made him sign that contract. No, when his team told him not to fight Tank, you wasn't ready. He went against everything everybody said and went ahead and wanted to fight that man. So you got to stop coddling him and you got to hold him accountable. Nobody told his TikTok ass to run his ass down there fucking with Tank. He got his ass knocked out, lay down and wear it. And nobody made him do it. Tank didn't put a gun to his head. He should have said, you know what, dog, I'm gonna leave that alone. Stop coddling your boy. I know you love Ryan Garcia on Two-Tone. You're my dog now, but right now you gotta hold him accountable for his role in this. You gotta stop babysitting him, dog. You gotta, I don't know if you're on his payroll or not. I mess with you, but right now you showing some musty energy right now. And I say that respectfully. Steve, talk to me.
I think you said it all, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, Coach, but when it was all said and done, Ryan Garcia was never ready for this fight, and he signed a very, very unfavorable deal physically. But I think the reality is this, Coach. Technically and fundamentally, it's not just power. Tank is the better fighter, and if you look at each knockdown, and one was a knockout, Ryan Garcia got impatient, got over his front foot, extended, and he left openings. He hung a curveball, as I like to say. And, I feel bad for Joe Goose, and everyone's putting the blame on him. I don't think Joe got the opportunity to truly train him the way I know he trains fighters. I mean, he was basically supervising the sparring 3 days a week at 10 Goose. And the other days were at that fight mansion that he was staying at. I don't think that's the way you prepare for a guy like Tank Davis.
You know the crazy part about it? This is the crazy part about it, right? Because there's a lot of things, that went on in the background, won't discuss. But the fact of the matter is this. These delusional Ryan Garcia fans, they was talking like this guy's a killer, right? And I don't agree with the rehydration clauses that were put in the contract. I don't agree with that. But the fact of the matter is this. Ryan Garcia signed these things. Ryan Garcia did an interview and said that he trained himself at home. So, and then they tried to blame Joe Goosen for Ryan Garcia's failures while ignoring the fact that Ryan Garcia, the TikToker, the Instagram model, the selfie king, admitted that he trained himself at home. He has his own philosophy with how he see things. They totally ignored the fact that he has no footwork. They totally ignored the fact that he got overly aggressive, and they totally ignored the fact that his team told him they did not want him to take this fight because he wasn't ready. For some reason, some of these guys are just delusional when it comes to Ryan Garcia. He's a good fighter, but he's not a great fighter. He made every mistake known to man when it comes to fighting Tank, and he agreed to the terms. Nobody made him do that. He's not on that guy's level. So yeah, what should Tank have put all that stuff in there? No, he shouldn't have put it all in there. But at the end of the day, who made Ryan Garcia sign that contract? And if he was daring to be great, this is the price he had to pay to dare to be great. So it is what it is. They got to stop coddling this dude, man.
And Coach, the reality is he isn't that great, at least not now. And going back to the Luke Campbell fight, which was still in the middle of the pandemic, he's only fought a couple of times. He has not given himself a real chance to get better. Think about this, Coach. And I always talk about activity in today's fighters. I got to give Tank Davis credit. In the last 11 months, he's had 3 fights. By today's standards, that's pretty damn good. Now, I know he has some legal issues to clear up. I hope it's not too long for his sake, and maybe he gets another fight in this year. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting, Coach, when Joe Goosen said late last week, well, you don't really train, Ryan. You kind of collaborate with them. What is this, Ja Rule and Ashante?
Bro, like,
are they cutting it out?
Bro, like the man.
What's that all about?
And then they throw Joe Goosen.
I show my age there.
They throw Joe Goosen under the bus. Oh, he was the mole. He was leaking information to Floyd Mayweather. Like literally, literally, they lied on this man. That man wasn't no damn
Coach,
mole.
Coach, you know the thing is about the mole? Here's the thing. You know what the mole could be? You could watch the last 3 fights of any fighter and figure out what they do, just like a football team. You could have a team's playbook. If you just watch their game tape, you kind of know what they're doing. And by the way, do you really need a mole to tell you, hey, if you hit a guy with a perfect body shot with your power, he might go down? I mean, let's just be honest. Tank can hit through a lot of people. And that's what he did to Ryan Garcia. And look, I don't think Ryan necessarily quit. I think he made a business decision because he knew I've lost most of the rounds. I'm actually getting outboxed. I've already hit the deck twice. I don't want to get butchered. And he said, you know what? I got movies to make. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, Steve, man. Fact of the matter is, we're gonna see where Ryan Garcia go from here. Do
you think he fights again this year, Coach?
I don't know, man. If I'm Ryan Garcia, I'll fight Jake Paul next.
wait. No, Jake's only about 40 pounds heavier.
Hey, I'm just saying it'll be. I mean, his fan base is a social media fan base. Social media boxing fans. I mean, that'll be a good cash grab. Fight Jake Paul. Maybe he can fight Rolly Romero at 140. I mean, I think that'll be a good fight. You know what I mean? But until he work on his footwork, until he learn how to develop a superior jab, and until he changes his work ethic. And there's another thing. And I'm gonna say this before I let you go, Steve. There's another thing.
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez Eddie Reynoso had Ryan Garcia in their gym. And Canelo Alvarez said that Ryan Garcia is a lazy fighter. He don't like to come in and train. He said he don't like to come in and train. So how can you be a fan of Ryan Garcia and ignore all of those things? And like this dude don't like to train. He was, and this is why there's a perception of Ryan Garcia that he is a social media fighter, because he focuses more on social media than he does actual boxing. He is the sole reason why that perception is created of him. And this ain't me capping for nobody. I just called it the way it is. But they got to stop.
Coach, you know what Ryan Garcia is? Coach, Ryan Garcia is that basketball player that will put up a video of him doing 360 reverse double pump through the legs, around your back dunks, right? He'll get 1 million hits. It'll get retweeted. It'll go viral. You know what he can't do in a game? Hit a 15-foot pull-up jumper that's wide open.
Yeah.
He does not do the basics. He's a great athlete, a lot of reflexes, very fast, but he does not control his speed, which is exactly what got him into trouble in the second and then the eventual knockdown in round 7. He's got to be better at the fundamentals. He's really good at the flashy stuff, and I've seen the way Joe Goosen trains on floor days. Sometimes it's 2.5 hours of just drills. I've seen it. I've been there. A double end bag, speed bag, the slip bag that they do a lot, shadow boxing a certain way, and then doing the speed bag with Joe Goosen has his own way of hitting it. These things will develop a fighter's toughness and fundamentals, and Ryan didn't really participate in that. So that's one last thing before I go here, Coach. I have a question. Do you really think Tank will be allowed? And again, because I don't think it's Tank's call. I still think Floyd Leonard and Al Heyman, the PBC, have a lot to say about this. It's not just the fighter's decision. Do you really think that within the next 2-3 years that Tank will be allowed to fight Shakur, Devin, and the likes of those guys on the other side of the street?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm hoping he'll fight those guys. I'm gonna try to stay optimistic. The reason why I'm gonna stay optimistic is because he just fought Ryan Garcia on the other side of the street. Now, yeah, you may say that it was an advantageous.
But Ryan is vulnerable, though. But Coach, Ryan is very vulnerable, and the risk versus reward. Remember, Ryan brings a big payday because of his popularity, but he has a lot of holes.
That's true.
Guys like Shakur is airtight. He has no holes at all.
That's true. Well, no,
I mean, he is hermetically sealed.
Some people saying Shakur ain't all that. I had this one guy call and said he's a good fighter, but he don't deserve a shot at any of those top guys yet. He got to go through the ranks, maybe fight Tank next. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, what I'm doing, Steve, is this. I'm gonna be optimistic. Tank got to fight somebody. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be optimistic. I want to see if Bob Arum will make those fights as well. Will Bob Arum be willing to try to make that fight with Shakur and Tank Davis? Will he be willing to?
Coach, I will look. Ryan Garcia was a great matinee idol star, but I don't think he's legitimately an elite fighter. He's not. When I look at guys like Shakur and Devin Haney and guys of that ilk, I say those guys are elite. Now, the problem is they don't bring the type of reward or the transcendent profile across the board that a Ryan Garcia does. And that's the unfairness of the boxing business. But I will say this, as someone that has come to really appreciate that Tank Davis is now one of the faces of boxing, not the face of boxing, but one of the faces. He's one of the most important guys in the business, right? I would actually be let down if in the next fight or two, if we actually have to go through rematches with Pitbull and specifically Rolly. I'm with you, Coach.
Yeah,
I don't need to see that again.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. Roland Romero was trash, and Roland Romero he trash. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Ryan fight at 140 myself. But that's it, man. Anything else you want to say, my brother?
No, absolutely not. I'm going to keep listening, Coach. And look, we got that special guest lined up where I'm going to get his info. I don't want to break any news here, but I'm working on it, Coach. All right. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Steve. Shout out to Steve.
All right,
Kim,
Coach.
man.
Keep going. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if I'm on the phone, guys, I'm not going to click over when I'm on the phone. Shout out to Joshua dropping that $2 super chat. He said, getting tired of two-tone, big tongue. Okay. Shout out to Quentin. Dropping that $2 on your boy. He say my phone dropped, Coach. I mean to hang up. Belts matter, y'all. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, you know me. I got an old school criteria. You get what I'm saying? And I don't believe in babysitting no fighters at all. But I'm gonna call it right down the middle. I'm gonna call it right the way I see it. You know what I mean? And my opinion may be what I say may be, and I know information, so may be unpopular, but it is what it is. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? It's Tone.
Tone, talk to me.
Yo, so I'm not coddling Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got cooked. The nigga got washed. The nigga needs to go back to the drawing board, maybe dedicate his lifestyle to the sport of boxing, get a new team around him, get the moles out of his camp. Gervonta Tank Davis put on a sensational performance in school with that man. Now, it's not about Ryan Garcia. It's like, it's a history now. Gervonta Tank Davis has a history of weight-draining fighters on his resume. Teofimo Lopez, you think he's going to turn down the biggest payday of his life and not fight Gervonta Tank Davis when Floyd Money Mayweather is saying this man's name, saying that we want him next, and Floyd Money Mayweather is PBC, which means he is still around Gervonta Tank Davis, and Tio is a small 140. Tio weighed in, I believe, at 138 pounds. The last time he fought against Sandor Martin, it's not like he's a big 140. He's a small 140. And Gervonta Tank Davis has a history of weight draining fighters and putting in a rehydration clause. And Gervonta Tank Davis's boss, Mayweather, is currently, his mindset is currency over legacy. Gervonta's currency over legacy at this point. So the green print which Floyd Mayweather made is black fighter versus Latino. Teofimo Lopez can talk a good game. He knows how to sell a fight, and that would be a pay-per-view fight. The Isak Cruz rematch would also be a big fight because when Isak Cruz is out there in Vegas, you thought it was another damn superstar walking around out there. How much Mexicans love Isak Pitbull Cruz, and even he done ducked every single body in America. Ryan Garcia, yeah, he got cooked, he got washed. He needs to work on his game. Nobody coddling that nigga. But we cannot act like Gervonta Tank Davis has not had a history of weight draining fighters. And Gervonta is with Leonard, like you say, Booger Ray, A-side heavy. So with a boatload of cash.
Who was the fighter? Who was the fighter that Gervonta Davis weight drained outside of Ryan Garcia?
Well, he's known to bring niggas up. He brought Hector Garcia up. He brought Leo Santa Cruz up. Rolly Romero has a video out right now that he wanted to fight at 140, and Tank told him, no, I need to fight at 135. Rolly Romero said he lost 16 pounds in one night.
Because Rolly Romero was a 135 pounder. Rolly Romero fought. He was a 135 pounder. He never fought at 140.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. But Tank right now has a history on his jacket of weight draining fighters. Teofimo Lopez is way better.
Name him outside of Ryan Garcia, who you say he have a history. History meaning
that's his history.
Well, hear me out. When you say history, meaning that you can show me something to where you can say he weight drained Ryan Garcia, he weight drained Teofimo Lopez, he weight drained Pitbull Cruz, he weight drained this guy. History is something that you do repetitively. Show me an example of Tank Davis weight draining fighters. You know what I mean? Outside of
I can't go plural. I can't go plural, but I do have a history of him bringing up fight.
Okay, well,
I do have him bringing up 130 pounder, bringing up 126
That is true, but that's the total opposite. That's the total opposite of what you. That's the total opposite of what you just said, though.
But if I go to Gervonta Tank Davis Wikipedia page, it's going to say he weight drained Ryan Garcia. That is a fact.
Yeah, that is a fact. But guess what? You know what else it's going to say? It's going to say Ryan Garcia signed the contract.
Got his ass whooped.
It's going to say Ryan Garcia signed the contract. It's going to the fight is going to show that video to show that Ryan Garcia said that he been training himself. He said that he had a mole in the camp. He won't listen to Joe Goosen. I've been to LA. I interviewed Joe Goosen.
So, is Tio better? Is Tio better than Ryan?
So Tio better than Ryan. Teofimo Lopez is better than Ryan 7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
Okay. So why would Tank fight Tio at 140? Somebody who's a superior boxer than Ryan Garcia would weight drain the C-level fighter.
So let me ask you this question. So you have information that Tank Davis is going to weight drain Teofimo Lopez and fight him at 135.
No. Answer my question first, Coach. Then I'll answer your question. How is Tank going to fight a superior boxer at 140 but fight a C-class fighter?
Hold on. Oh, that's easy. So Teofimo Lopez can't make 135. That's why he moved up from 135 to 140. He can't make the weight anymore. He was killing himself.
But he made 138.
Hear me out. You don't let me talk. He was killing himself to make 135. The reason why he left 135 and went to 140 because he couldn't make the weight anymore. That was one of the reasons, the excuses why he wouldn't rematch George Kambosos at 135. His father said he was killing himself to make the weight. They stayed at 135 too long. So why would he jeopardize his life to come back down to 135 when he clearly said that he was killing himself and almost died in the ring trying to make that weight for the Kambosos fight? Why would he do that?
Let me answer your question now. Do I have information? No, I do not. Now, do you think that Tio made 138 pounds against Sandor Martin? You don't think Tank won't fight him at 138 when Tio's going to get an $8 million payday from Gervonta Davis?
That's
the
not
biggest
what
payday of his life?
That's not what you said. So you said 135. There's a big difference between 138 and 135.
No.
When you cut weight.
I'm saying it's going to be a catch weight. Ryan and Tank ain't fight at 135. They fought at a catch weight. Right, Tio and Tank would fight at a catch weight.
Okay. Until put it this way. Until when that happens, then I would say you're right. But right now, we are both just speculating. You're speculating. You're speculating that Teofimo Lopez will come down to 135 and fight Tank Davis at a catch at 135 or whatever. That's your speculation because he did it with Ryan Garcia. And I'm speculating that I don't think Teofimo would do that because it's bad for his health. That's why he left 135. So until that actually happens, I don't have time to try to, oh man, well, you don't think this and you don't think that. Me and you both don't know shit. The only thing we know is when that fight get made, we're just speculating. So until that happens, then we'll cross that when we get the road. But I disagree with you. I don't agree with you. There's nothing you're going to say that's going to convince me of your position. There's nothing that I'm going to say that's going to convince you of my position. So guess what? We can agree on two-tone. We can agree to disagree.
Right. But Floyd Mayweather, he won't Tio. He put it out there when the real face of boxing, Floyd Money Mayweather talk, shit get done.
Okay, well, we'll see. What Floyd said at the end of the day, Tank is the fighter. Tank, from what I've learned, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is the one make this fight happen. More so Ryan Garcia. So we will see what happens. But Leonard Ellaby said that whoever Tank wants to fight, that's who Tank will fight next. So what I'm doing, I choose to believe what Tank is saying and what Leonard is saying. You're choosing to believe what Floyd is saying. So right now, we're speculating. Until that actually happens, my brother, that's when we'll see it. But we won't know until it actually happens. That's all I have to say on that.
It's a good debate, man. You have a good day.
Yes, sir. Salute. Debate. Shout out to Two-Tone. All that it's just speculation. It's just speculation. I just, we have a difference of opinion on it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody sent me a text. Got another call called in there, sir. I had two calls called in at the same time, and somebody sent me a text message. I'm calling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Unbiased fan. Good afternoon, Coach. How you doing?
Unbiased fan. Talk to me.
I appreciate you for your optimism, man, because you're making me be mindful of my younger self when it comes to boxing, because boxing has made me pessimistic to some degree. What you're saying today is making me take a look at myself right now, saying, do I want these fights? If I want these fights, I need to think optimistically. But the big caveat, and a lot of people have already said this, the promotional companies are in business to keep as much money in-house as possible. Mm-hmm. It ain't just PBC. It's Top Rank as well. They're all guilty of that. Yeah, we're able to just go attacking PBC with pitchforks. It's not just them.
Yeah. Bob M do the same thing. Bob M do the exact same thing.
You damn right. He's about to do. I think he's about to do it right now, Coach. With the shit. I mean, even though we were saying it's a mandatory, but with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, or does he want Loma to win? Because we don't know if Haney's going to stay. He might be a promotional free agent after this fight, so we don't know what direction Haney's going to actually go. It's a lot of unanswered questions, and some of these questions have to do with the actual fights themselves.
That's
like we over talk about T.O. fighting Tank. T.O. got to beat Josh Taylor first.
Yeah, exactly. So
Haney got to beat Loma first.
There's a lot of things that's going on. Like you just hit the nail right on the head. Devin Haney got to fight doggone Lomachenko. He got to get by him. Teofimo Lopez got to fight Josh Taylor. So it's not like, well, Floyd Mayweather said this, and it just happened. That's bullshit. Because right now we got doggone people been talking about Crawford and Spence since 1972. That fight still ain't happened yet. So people still optimistic about that. So I have a right to be optimistic that, hey man, Tank Davis, Leonard Ellaby said that Tank Davis has a right to he's gonna whoever he chooses to fight. So I'm gonna hold Tank to that. I choose to do that. If you choose to be pessimistic, I choose to be optimistic. And we just gonna agree to disagree on that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you try to convince me of your position, that's where you mess up at. Because I'm not trying to convince you on my position. You can't tell me
exactly. You just here to state your position.
I'm here to state my position. What you believe is what you believe. And guess what? I'm not here to change your mind, but that's just where I'm at with it. That's all I'm saying.
But you know what, though, Coach? I try to be open-minded enough to where you make a point that's valid and I could be against it. But if you make it, I'll think about it. Like you said something today that made me think about my position and on certain things. That's why I don't always be so firm in one position. Like at one point, I was, defending Errol Spence heavier, than I am now. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one of the things that are us as core boxing fans. We got to be a little bit more open and stop being a closed book when we judging certain things and actually looking at the details, because there's so much information that's flying out there that don't be actually true. So we have to siphon through all this crap because, none of this stuff is 100%. A lot of this is speculation. But the one thing before I go, because I know you got a whole bunch of calls and it took me a minute to get to you.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to make everybody happy. I'm trying to do the super chats. I'm trying to do the super chats, talk to people in the chat, answer the phone, read the cash apps. But I'm multitasking. I need some help.
You like on a Navy ship right now.
And I got over 500 people in the chat. So, it's like some people may feel like I'm ignoring them. It's like, dude, I got 500 people over 500 people in the chat. No, I can't see in the chat.
You're doing a good job, Coach. I gotta give you
so.
credit. You're doing a great job, Coach, man, and you're growing, man. So you keep grinding. But the last thing I'll say before I go is this: the one thing that does allow that pessimistic side to come out of me is that we know the green print. Steve said it. It's about the biggest payday with the minimal risk. Mm-hmm. That's what Ryan Garcia was. It's the biggest payday with the least risk, and that's why they probably bring up T.O. because T.O.'s less of a risk than Shakur and Haney.
Right.
But the thing is, why would you make that fight, though, considering that I believe, personally, Haney's a bigger fight? And if you're going to do a cross-promotional fight, you're only going to do a cross-promotional fight with the biggest fight possible.
Okay.
So I don't understand that myself. I'm not sure. But, time will tell. There's a lot of things that's going to be getting sorted out in the upcoming months.
All right, but shout out to Unbiased Fan.
You have a blessed one. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Let's get the super chats out the way. The brother right there say bad call. He lied and didn't have no proof to back up his claims. My thing is, if you say that Tank Davis has a history of weight draining fighters, as soon as I asked him, okay, give me an example outside of Ryan Garcia, he didn't have any examples. Then he said, well, we know he had what's the name move up. He had 135 pounders move up from 130. He had 130 pounders move up from 130 to 135. I say, sir, that's not what you said. You said Tank has a history of weight draining fighters, and that was a lie. That's not true. That was a bold-faced lie. Tank Davis does not have a history of weight draining fighters. Weight draining meaning taking fighters who fight at a higher weight division and saying, hey, you got to come down to this weight division to fight me. That was a lie. You get what I'm saying? So I had to call him out on that. Now, if you say he had a history of bringing up smaller fighters, you have no argument with me. But once you say he has a history, because I can show you several fighters that he brought up, but when you say he has a history of weight draining and you cannot show proof outside of Ryan Garcia, then that's where that's a lie. You know what I mean? Bold-faced lie. But you know, it's my job to hold the line. Shout out to Big Blunts for dropping that quarter up. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Ryan took that knee. He said Ryan took that knee on the Gatorade bottle that was printed on the canvas. I don't know if y'all peeped that. He said the whole world saw the new Gatorade from that KO. Okay. Shout out to Joshua for dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Joshua 10K said, he said, you told Two-Tone to give you a source and proof of history that Tank weight drains fighters, and he started stuttering and moved the goalpost, musty energy. That's exactly what he did. He probably won't admit it, but that's exactly what he did. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out to Frank Forbes for dropping that half for bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said everyone talk about Tank like he wasn't weighing the same. He said like he wasn't weighing the same like Ryan Garcia. No excuses. Boxing is about skills, not weight. Tank did the rehydration too. Not only Ryan Garcia. No excuses. I mean, and at the end of the day, Frank, I'm not a fan of the rehydration clause. I'm not. I feel like that Tank should not. I feel like Tank should not have put in a rehydration clause for Ryan Garcia. But at the same time, Ryan Garcia chased that man down and he wanted that fight. And Ryan Garcia ignored everything his team said, and he said he wanted that fight. Ryan Garcia chose not to train with Joe Goosen. He was training himself. That's what he did. And then I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but somebody was insinuating that Joe Goosen was because he worked with the PBC and doing fights that he was sending PBC information, which was a lie. That's not true. While ignoring the fact that and the people who were saying that, they never said once that Ryan Garcia wasn't training himself. Now they're forced to say that Ryan Garcia got cooked. They're forced to say that Ryan Garcia, he wasn't on that level. Now they're forced to say that because of the result. But prior to that, that's not what was said. So I'm just holding it accountable. You know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, shout out to Two-Tone, but that's just the reality of the situation, my brother. You was wrong on that. We messed up, player. You just messed up. That's all. You messed up. That's all. That's all. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, we'll see what goes on in the next fight with Tank Davis. And let's see what goes on with Ryan Garcia. But to me, it doesn't matter who Ryan Garcia trains. Because Canelo ain't lying. Eddie Reynoso ain't lying, and Joe Goosen ain't lying. Until Ryan Garcia take the sport of boxing seriously, work on footwork, work on his craft, and train like he's supposed to train in preparation for fights, anytime Ryan Garcia gets in the ring with an elite fighter, he gonna get cooked. And I'm glad he's at 140 now, because Tone and Keno, once you see Ryan Garcia fight an elite fight at 140, and you see what happened to him, I wonder what y'all gonna say then. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ricky Ricardo, San Antonio. Salute, coach.
Ricky Ricardo, San Antonio. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. So Ryan lost in that fashion because of experience and lack of discipline, in my opinion. Tank showed the experience. Not only that, he showed more dimensions to his game. So, kudos to Tank on that win. I know there's a few asterisks there, but that's what it is. Ryan signed the contract, and that's it. We're going to move on. Although I feel that way, I don't think Tank is a face of boxing, but he has raised his stock after this win. He's a face of boxing to his pockets, a fan base within the U.S., but not worldwide. I'll give Tank the benefit of the doubt moving forward, and we'll see who he fights next. So as of now, I have him ranked number 4 in my 135-pounder. So it's Haney, Loma, Shakur, and then I have Tank. I think Haney versus Loma is a 50-50 fight. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because people keep bringing up Haney versus Loma winner. Just keep in mind, Haney isn't cruising past Loma. So I'd advise people to really think about this if you're a gambler. That's my fight. That's the fight I'm waiting for. The popularity fight came and gone. That's going to be a real fight, in my opinion. And then people mentioning Teofimo versus Tank is premature, in my opinion. He's got to fight Taylor. You know, until that fight happens, we won't know what's going to happen with that. So, as a matter of fact, I got right now as it stands Taylor by decision in that fight. So we'll see what happens. But let's see what Tank does moving forward. Let's see what he commands from his team, what he wants to do next. And I wish both fighters the best. Ryan is going to have to rebuild at 140, and that's it. That's where we're at. But let's see what Tank does. That's my call, Coach.
All right, shout out to Ricky Ricardo, San Antonio. Salute, fam. Like you don't get in you fighting the biggest fight of your career, and you're not training with the world a Hall of Famer, Joe Goosen. I went out to LA, dog. I know the information. I was there, so I know what I'm talking about. I ain't no here speaking talking out the side of my neck. I know what I'm talking about. Call, what's your name? You calling from?
Trap from Orlando.
Trap from Orlando. Talk to me.
Man, I think Tank should. I think Devin and Shakur should fight. If Devin beats Loma, that's not a given.
Yeah,
Devin gets
right.
hit with a lot.
That's not a given. That's not a given. You're right.
He get hit with a lot of left hands. If you watch his fight, even JoJo was hitting him with left hand. So, I mean, and Lomachenko way better than JoJo. I mean, I like JoJo, but he ain't Lomachenko. And I think the best thing for them to do is if he beats Lomachenko, him and Shakur should fight. They're on the same side. That's an easy fight to make. It seems like if Devin can, I don't even think for real. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't even think Devin can make 35 one more time. It's crazy how he looks before a fight. You saw him, Coach. He can't make it again, man. It's getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous. You can't charge. He's coming down from like 175. He's bigger than Terence Crawford. For real.
Oh.
You ever saw that picture with him and Terence Crawford?
Devin.
Yeah, he's bigger than Terence Crawford.
Yeah, Terence Crawford don't let his weight. He don't let his weight get to 275 though. Terence Crawford. I mean, I spoke to him. You know, I think the most he let his weight. I think the highest he let his weight get to was like 160. You know, so
I saw him. He showed it one time. He was 177. He showed the weigh-in. He weighed 177 one time.
Oh,
but Devin is bigger than Terence Crawford is. Devin is bigger than Terence Crawford. He's bigger than him. So he should fight Stevenson, and then the winner can fight Tank. Now, I think that's a good deal.
Okay.
But we'll see how Devin and Lomachenko come out.
All right.
All right, then.
Shout out to Chop from Orlando. Salute. Let me go ahead and as a matter of fact, hold on. We got but time is flying by. Time is flying by fast, man. I'm like time is flying by fast, man. But sometimes, man, we gotta make it do what it do. Hey, we gotta get through. Hey, man, we got less than 400 likes, man. We need 25 more likes, man.
Man, who this little young whippersnapper running all up into my combo? Look at you. You're all wet behind your ears. Breath smelling like Similac. Man, you better go on home before you get your little thick ass tossed up.
Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's the inevitable D-Block.
D-Block, talk to me.
Too tall. You got cooked today, bro. But it's okay. I respectfully agree that. Coach, I respect everybody's thoughts, everybody's opinions, but and I understand you got more info than anybody, so I respect your opinion, and you got facts with it, because you're in the industry now. You in there, you've interviewed, so I respect you a lot. And Ryan made a lot of mistakes. Even in the fight, I was proud of Ryan because he made the fight. He did whatever it was going to take, so I respectfully respect him, and I got to give him a lot of praise. Now, it took a lot for him to lose that weight You know what I mean? So there was dedication there to lose that weight to make the fight happen. And there was dedication to say, hey, I'm not going to be scared. I did what I did. And it's true. He got beat up, you know? So for me, I know a lot of people could clown Ryan Garcia right now because of what happened. But if anybody's ever been in the ring, you know, it's all, you know how hard it is to lose that weight and to be dedicated. You know what I mean? It's something that he loves. You know what I mean? I've seen his story. I've seen where he comes, what his background is. So I'm not going to put him down at all. I'm going to actually praise him because even though he's 23, 24, he rushed in there. He got, he just succumbed to everything. You know, I think everything just got to him. You know, but the weight drain did make everything of an impact because you could see the way, like I told you, Coach, Monday. I mean, when I called in, that Tank Davis looked way bigger than Ryan Garcia. You know, I think Tank Davis was actually happy knowing that he had a better, his contract was better suited for him. You know what I mean? Because he's the A side, like they say. So for me, like I say, at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia, he signed a contract. I can't say nothing about that anymore. I respectfully, like I said, I respect him as a man. He did what he did. He went in that ring. It was him mano a mano. He made his big mistakes, but he's going to learn from them. You know what I mean? Just like Canelo Alvarez learned from his mistakes with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? So for Haney, like they say they want him to fight Shakur. He's not, like I told you, Coach, I believe in Devin Haney. He's not going to duck anybody, you know, but he's going to be a free agent after this fight. And if he beats Lomachenko, he takes one of the 4 kings out of it. You already got 2 of the kings out of it. It was Ryan Garcia that they crowned him as one of the kings. Lomachenko is one of the kings. Teofimo is one of the other ones. Shakur came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Not nowhere, but he just came up. His age is younger. I think he's still there. But Haney is a free agent. Now, would you be shocked if Devin Haney signs a contract of 1 fight for Tank Davis and PBC?
Yeah,
then I can see that, Coach.
Yeah, these are hypotheticals and
go ahead, Coach.
If this and that. I'm not getting into the hypotheticals. I'm focusing on woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I woulda ran, I coulda got away. Now I'm in jail talking about what I should have done. I can't get into the hypotheticals and what you think and the possibilities and the ifs and if my aunt had nuts, she'll be my uncle. If my uncle had a clit, he'll be my auntie. I can't really get into all that. Now, to pivot back on what you're saying as it relates to Ryan Garcia, you can't agree to the terms of a contract. Yeah. And then complain at the terms of a contract that you agreed to. It's like, hey, I don't like the terms of this contract. Guess what? Don't sign the contract. Yeah. And then when you lose, oh man, I was weight drained. My baby mama was knock needed. My cousin didn't know how to do the 1 leg up. My auntie was doing the butterfly. My sister was bow-legged. You knew all of that going into it. This is what I want to say to you, D-Block. This is what I want to say to all of you Ryan Garcia fans.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan Garcia was told by Oscar De La Hoya not to sign that contract. It's not advantageous to you. But Bernard Hopkins say, don't sign that contract. It's not advantageous to you. Joe Goosen told Ryan Garcia, do not sign that contract. It's not advantageous to you. On top of the fact that from a skill set standpoint, Ryan, you are not ready for a Tank Davis. And also, Ryan, you are a lazy fighter. You do not like to train. You don't like to train. So because of all of these mitigating circumstances, this is why you should not take that fight. Ryan Garcia ignored all of that and said, I know I don't like to train. I know I'm a TikToker. I know I'm an Instagram model. I know I'm the selfie king. I know that I know that it's at a catch weight. I know that I shouldn't sign this contract. I know that Tank is not thinking about me and I'm running him down to fight him. In spite of all of that, I'm choosing to fight him under these circumstances. You agree to the terms, and then when you lose, your fans running out here, oh man, they weight drained Ryan. He ain't have to do Ryan like that. Guess what? Ryan ain't have to sign the contract. But he was daring to be great. Okay, if he was daring to be great, then accept what come with it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And that's all I gotta say, Coach, about it real quick. Two things on that. What you're saying is for dedication to lose that much weight, I got to give praise for Ryan Garcia. He did his part. You know what I mean? And I don't like the way he came out. And, you know, I can see it, though. I mean, I can see it. You know, I mean, there are cracks in there where you can see in the fight where he looked a lot skinnier than Tank Davis. Tank Davis gained a lot of weight. You know, I want to see what, you know, we'll never find out. But for me, dedication, Ryan Garcia was dedicated to lose that weight, and he made it. If he wouldn't have made the fight, wouldn't have been.
Was he dedicated to training?
Coach, I wasn't in the camp, Coach. I wasn't in the camp. But to lose that much weight, Coach, that's dedication right there. And one more thing about Devin Haney, when you said we got a hypothetical, I'm going to tell you something. You know this. Devin Haney, his dad is looking for the biggest purses. They're looking for the biggest fights that they could be made. He maneuvered them to get that undisputed championship. He had to earn it to go to Australia. He did what he had to do. And after Lomachenko, which I love Lomachenko, you know how I feel for him? After he beats him, which I hope he does at 60-40%, if he beats him, I can see that because his dad wants the biggest fight.
All right.
What's the biggest fight right now that can be made? D-Block, D-Town.
Shout out D-Block.
Oh, go ahead, Coach.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what's I listen, dog. I swear, I'm trying to, and I like Ryan Garcia, but I called it the way I see it. Some of you guys who crying about Ryan Garcia getting weight drained and all this stuff there, you guys were the same ones that saying Ryan Garcia was gonna knock Tank Davis out. You can't make this shit up. You guys were the same ones that were saying Ryan Garcia gonna knock Tank Davis out. And then as soon as Ryan Garcia get knocked out, y'all coming with excuses. But y'all just said that Ryan Garcia was gonna knock Tank Davis out. You knew that he was fighting under rehydration clause. You knew all of that. Y'all were just saying this. And then as soon as he get knocked out by Tank, I can't, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all argue both sides of the coin. You niggas right now, y'all arguing heads and you arguing tails. Listen. When I defeat you on tails, you go to heads. When I defeat you on heads, you go back to tails. I can't beat you.
True.
Can't beat you.
True.
Can't do it, dog. I can't do it. It's a waste of breath, dog. It's a waste of breath. Talking to a Ryan Garcia fan, it's like I got a better chance. Listen. I have a better. I can sit down and talk to my rabbit hippity. Hippity is outside right now. I got a better chance of talking to my rabbit hippity and talking to my daughter's dog Cookie. Literally, like some of you Ryan Garcia fans are goddamn delusional now at this point. Like for real, dog. God damn, y'all. Just last week, he was gonna knock him out. Then when he lose, oh man, you know this, that, yada yada yada, blah, this squaze. And I'm like, come on, man. Anyway, shout out to Shad. I'm dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, shit. I mean, you know, anyway. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This cool boy from Florida, Derek.
Cool boy from Florida, talk to me.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Coach. And on top of that, Ryan hasn't fought nobody at 140. He fought 2 135-pounders. Like I was looking at the chat, and I agree with some people were talking about. The man fought nobody 140. He fought Javier Fortuna and Emmanuel. Those are 135-pounders. And when he did fight him, Coach, the man was looking like a welterweight. Ryan was big as hell. So I feel like he was a weight bully. He was knocking out smaller dudes. And he complained about a rehydration clause. I think Tank kept the fair, though, in my opinion, because Tank is really not the biggest guy. You know, he's only, 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah, he's 5'5". He's a little dude, but
he's not the big.
Go ahead.
He's not the biggest guy in the world, and they complain about rehydration clause. Ryan fought nobody 140, and all his fights, he's been knocking out smaller dudes. So why they can't say he's a weight bully then? He's a weight bully or what? Because he ain't fought nobody. So I think Tank kept the rehydration clause fair, in my opinion. I think he kept it fair because if he probably would have moved up, Ryan probably been like 154, maybe 150, because he looked at big against Emmanuel Tago. Maybe you see the fight again, Coach. The man Ryan looked at huge. Yeah. He looked at big. It was like a total mismatch. Cause I look back at the fight. It was like a total mismatch when you fought Fortuna and Emmanuel. He looked at big, so Tank did the smart thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach.
Shout out to Cool Boy, man. Salute, fam.
Cool
Boy. Just last week, Ryan Garcia was gonna knock Tank out. You know, the people from Baltimore, they're gonna have to get a tattoo. All this stuff there. Not this week. Ryan Garcia really wasn't that good. I mean, y'all knew he wasn't that good, but last week y'all was saying something totally different. Well, y'all keep moving. Oh, goalpost moving ass niggas. Shout out to Shad. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Y'all don't turn though Ryan Garcia that quick, huh? Y'all don't turn though Ryan Garcia that quick, huh? Y'all was never fans of him. He said these Ryan fans sounded like Canelo fans after Floyd pissed that shit out. Talking about he was too young. Yeah, yeah, man. I don't know what to say, man. This the last call. Last call. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
Hello, Coach. Salute, Coach. What's up, man? It's Cassidy, man. Butch.
Cassidy, calling from London. Talk to me. It's the last call.
Can you hear me, man?
I can barely hear you, but go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I hope you're doing all right, Coach. You get me? Obviously, we've seen what's transpired over the past couple of days. I just had two questions for you. One, the first question before you finish your show, man, is if Ryan Garcia he was so underskilled, he doesn't really train that hard, he wasn't really all this and that like people say he was. I'm hearing people calling him a hype job. Why the hell did Tank say that he's the best fighter that he's ever fought? So then if he's the best fighter that he's ever fought, what the hell was with those other guys? Were those guys from Tuna Cans? What was those guys? He's the best fighter that he's ever fought. Because that's what Tank Davis said. Ryan Garcia has no skills. He's not on the level. So I need an explanation, because not from you obviously, but I just want to understand where you're coming from. As in, Ryan wasn't skilled or this and that. If he saw such underneath Tank and has no skills and whatnot, why did he say that's the best fighter he's ever fought? And Tank Davis is not the face of nothing. He isn't the face of anything until he fights all the rest of the other guys in the weight division, and that's it. He's not the face of nothing. Simple as. He's a solid fighter, yes, but we want to see those skills in there against someone that's on the same level as him. Simple as. I don't hear it from you, Tankamaniac.
Okay, that's it. That's all you have to say.
Go ahead, Coach.
I ain't got nothing to say. I just want to let you finish.
Yeah. I just wanted I wanted your opinion on why he said it. Well, obviously you won't know why he said that, but I want your opinion on why you thought that he said that. That he's the best fighter he's ever fought. Since everyone's saying that he was shit and trash and he ain't got no skills. What were those other guys?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm about to ask Tank Davis that.
Fair enough, then, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he said it. You know what I mean? I don't know why he said it. I mean, he's the fighter. He's the one that was in the ring. He has a history of fighting other fighters. I don't know why he said it. You know what I mean? So I would have no way of even guessing what was in his head when he said it. I don't know.
Do you believe that was the best fight ever fought?
No, that's not what I believe. But what I believe doesn't matter. It's what Tank Davis says, because he's the fighter. You get what I'm saying? I would say the hardest fight he's had in my opinion, I would probably edge it more to Isaac Cruz because of the type of style Isaac Cruz is. That's what I would say. But Tank said what he said. If that's how he feel, that's how he feel. So that's it.
No, fair enough, Coach. I appreciate that. I just wanted to see your two pieces on that. You get me? Continue doing what you're doing. You hope you and your family's all right, and have a rest of the great week.
All right, shout out to Cassidy, man, from London, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why Tank. I don't know why Tank said that about Ryan Garcia, the best fighter he ever fought. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, fighters say a lot of things. I have no way of knowing. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to guess why he said it. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I don't agree with that. I would say I would probably edge it to Isaac Cruz, because Isaac Cruz went 12 rounds with him. Isaac Cruz was able to take that punch. He got hit several times with the uppercut from Tank Davis. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't know if he was being facetious. I don't know if he was just saying that to try to make Ryan Garcia feel good. I don't know. You know what I mean? I have no way of knowing that. You get what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, but you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Again, everybody's entitled. All right, I said that was the last call. This is the last call. I ain't taking no more calls. This is the last call, y'all. This is the last call. This is it. I don't know who this is, but this is it right here. I'm finna end the show. Call us, your name you're calling from.
Coach Jason, Nashville.
Jason from Nashville, talk to me.
Coach, appreciate you, man. Hey, I just want to say this, and I'll make it quick. They talk about the side, but didn't they hear Ryan tell Tank that he looked skinny in the weigh-in when he had that face-off?
Yeah,
Nobody remembers that.
That's exactly what Ryan Garcia said, but people pick and choose what they want to hear in order to fit their narrative. So, I mean, trust me, I get it. I do get it. It's a bunch of casuals. Ryan Garcia have a casual fan base, and so it's a bunch of casuals, trying to have a debate about something that, I can't. Me personally, I get it. I do get it. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that's exactly what he said. But it's a classic case of confirmation bias. You only use information that confirms what you already want to believe in order to prove a certain point. I do get it. And they ignore other mitigating information that goes totally against what they want to believe and to support that doesn't support the narrative. So I do get it. I understand it is what it is. But yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
And I'll say one last point before I let you go, Coach. I know you want to end the show. Also with the Tank Davis fans, I had to argue with this one guy. They want to argue that Tank, because Tank was asked if he's a face of boxing. He said, motherfucking right? But I'm saying to myself, I made a point to say, well, Canelo still is.
Right.
And the guy going to argue with me, and I said, look, you can't find out. I told him, I said, the man said that Ryan was the best fighter he ever fought. I said, you can go on Canelo's resume and you can find at least 20, the minimum of 20 fighters who's better than Ryan. So how skill by skill, how you gonna sit there and say that he is a face when he has not fought anybody? I like Tank. I'm a Tank fan, but I ain't naive either and stupid. You compare the two resume, Canelo's resume blows him away night and day. It's nowhere close to being anything. But we're dealing with a bunch of casuals, and that's how it is. Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, shout out to Jason from Nashville. Salute. Shout out to Terrence Trotter. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter up a bam, doubling your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "And my Bob Aaron boys." He said Tank Davis was doing the one leg up. A better question is this: who is Ryan Garcia gonna fight next at 140? Who is Ryan Garcia going to fight next at 140? He got knocked out by Tank. In my opinion, he quit. Who is Ryan Garcia going to fight next at 140? That's the question. Two-tone the superstar say Jose Cepeda. I like Jose Cepeda in that fight. You got Regis Prograis up there. You got Matias up there. You have Gary Antoine Russell up there. Who is he going to fight at 140 in the top 10? I can see Rolly. I can see Rolly Romero. Lipinet's kind of washed, in my opinion, but I want to see him fight those top guys. What about Hitchison? If he fights Hitchison, I got Hitchison beating the brakes off of Ryan Garcia. I like anybody in the top 10 over Ryan Garcia 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. I like it at 140. No rehydration clause. He's strong at 140. I like anybody in the top 10. Ring Magazine top 10. The Ring Magazine top 10. I like anybody in the Ring Magazine top 10 over Ryan Garcia. Period. I got you. That's what y'all need to be worried about. Find out who he gonna fight next. Down from
the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Show over with, man. Hey, man, y'all know what time it is.
Cholo twins, we known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name the names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Canelo.
The JRG, he said even Rolly did better than Ryan. Rolly did better than Ryan. Shit, both of them got knocked out, so. Both of them got knocked out. It is what it is, man. Hey, y'all know what time it is.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please.
Hey, B, talk to him.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
One thing about me, man, I ain't got no WWF championship belt in tongue wrestling. I ain't finna tongue wrestle with no nigga. Whatever you believe is whatever you believe. How I see things, how I see things. Nigga want a tongue wrestling match. I'm not the tongue wrestle guy. Take that shit somewhere.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you?
We're gonna have to say a prayer. We're gonna have to say a special prayer for some of these casualties.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because it helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. It helped Daniel get out the lion's den. It helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Some of these niggas need to go to jail.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail. Take me to jail? Shit, lock me up. Lock me up. Throw away the key. Throw away the key.
Shout out to Ryan Garcia, man. Seems like they jumping ship on
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
Therein lies the problem.
Fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz.
He must don't know. He can't know. Huh? He can't know.
And you know what? Shout out to my brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson was trying to find a safe place in Chicago. He was trying to find a safe place in Chicago to watch the fight. Shout out to my brother, Dr. Umar Johnson.
My question to my Milwaukee Africans and my Chicago Africans, where can Dr. Umar pull up to watch the Tank Ryan fight? You must have food. You must have food. No snow bunnies, no drugs, no crime. Because you know the FBI follows me wherever I go. The CIA follows me wherever I go. So I'm trying to pull up to Chicago or Milwaukee to watch the Tank Ryan fight. Where can I come? Chicago Africans, is there a safe space for the prince? No snow bunnies, no snow bunnies, no snow bunnies, no non-African queens, no illegal activity.
See, when you casuals calling me with this Ryan Garcia shit, this is what I hear.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
All I'm saying is, man, you ain't gotta like my opinion, but you better respect it.
When my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Some of you dudes, man, some of you dudes act like y'all know karate or something.
I'm a chain belt in Kung Fu. Bruce Lee was my teacher. Watch this. Called the quarter blood technique. You do that, a quarter blood will drop out of a person's body.
Yeah, man. If he learned this quarter blood technique, he probably could have whooped Ryan Garcia he probably could have whooped Tank Davis last week. Cause a lot of y'all was saying he was gonna knock Tank out. Now y'all saying something totally different. Now I really don't get it, man. Hey, man, but don't you ever forget who brought y'all back to big time boxing.
Don't ever forget when I found you was strung out on coke. When I found you was like a big house. contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Once again, Ryan Garcia agreed to the terms of the contract. So he didn't have to do it. He was told not to. He did it anyways. So y'all need to be addressing that shit to Ryan Garcia. I don't feel sorry for the nigga. He made what, 8 figures? Made 8 figures doing it too. It is what it is, man. Johnny Rice, talk to him, baby boy.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying, Al Heyman, I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
Man, shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to my dog, Booger.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love me.
Shout out to Casino Life Prayers. Shout out to Tank from Charlotte. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Shout out to Haynes Legacy from Oklahoma City. Shout out to D-Block from Dallas, Texas 3 times. Shout out to DJ from Texas. Shout out to Fresco Dog from Vallejo. Shout out to Fee from Duval County. Shout out to Two-Tone the Superstar 2 times from Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Dog from Chi-Town. Shout out to Quentin from B-More. Shout out to Stunner from Brooklyn. Shout out to my main man Steve Kim from LA. Yay. Shout out to the Unbiased Fan. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio. Shout out to Trap from Orlando. Shout out to Cool Boy from Florida. Shout out to Cassidy from London. And shout out to Jason from Nashville. It is what it is, man. Once again, it's on. It's boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. TRUMediaTodayUSA USA Boxing. You know we got to do the Be More dance. Hey, Riley, talk to him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Hey, man, you know what, man? Hey, I told y'all I'm a man of my word. I told you guys Friday. I say if Ryan Garcia wins, we're going to put the Ryan Garcia dance on for him. I said if Tank Davis wins, we got to play the Be More dance. I got to keep my word. I said I'm going to play it all week long. It is what it is.
Turn around.
But talk to the people in the chat, man. I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to shout out to Basil. Shout out to Basil. Shout out to Blackjack. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to my sister Bless 365. Shout out to Phil on the Tube. Shout out to Dory. Shout out to Saint. Shout out to Two-Tone the Superstar. Shout out to Keena. Shout out to Thug and D. Shout out to JC. Shout out to who all called the show? Well, I got all the calls. Shout out to Big Soldier. Shout out to El Unico. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Nelly Content. Shout out to It Get Risky. Gert. Sylvestris. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Sylvestris. I guess that's it. Shout out to Jakey Quality. Thug and D. Shout out to Big Blunts and Bossing. Shad 419. Shout out to Swat Jones. Shout out to Rick Timms. Who else we got in the building, man? That's all I can see. Jose Ayala. I don't want to go all the way up to the top. Shout out to DC Dre, Nelly Content, Keno, Schoolo X, man. It is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, man. I got another video dropping tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. And we're going to have another classic show. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.